What's good, Chad? It's Wednesday. We are back at it here. It has been a crazy couple weeks, I think, for a lot of people. And so, what better way to move beyond that and move past it? Moving forward with we can. What was it? Disregard what happened behind us, or forgetting who we used to be, or whatever that stupid thing was she said. That didn't work. We're gonna do some of that, except for actually we're talking about the presidents of in film and TV, and that can be like a version of a real president. So we are doing that tonight, and we're gonna watch a little bit of cringe cope stuff because it's just fun. So that's what we're doing today, and I got people to help me do that. Who better than Bravo Bull?
Hey, how's it going? I'm back
I'm
back
good.
quick this time, huh?
hmm I was watching you guys last night with your coverage. I thought it was awesome.
It was 8 long hours. By the end of it, I think I was speaking in cursive and had way too much bourbon. It was a tough recovery day.
I thought your voice held up pretty good.
Well, I think it went really good. We had a lot of super chats to read, so
That's always good.
yeah, it was good, but it was also a lot of talking.
I get that. So I am adjusting to a desk that I just put together, and I don't know what to do with myself here. So it might look a bit weird. We'll get used to it. Um, well, this person doesn't look a bit weird, but segue anyways. Blair to Blair, welcome.
Hello, how's it going up there?
It's going. It's going. I'm just kind of watching you guys, and there's no riots or anything, so it's a bit disappointing.
Weird,
Um,
weird, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want it to be over. So it's been like the most entertaining television experience in years, really. It's up there with some of the best shows watching your election,
It's been something, hasn't it?
and had a happy ending too. So
Yes, yes.
Indeed.
even though it's No Nut November, I bet he nutted last night.
Oh, yes, yes.
Speaking of nutting, Vex. There you
How's it
go.
going, guys?
Good, good. Thanks for being on again, Vex.
Oh,
You
it's
repping Trudeau.
yeah, it's my pleasure. I just thought as a way of uniting our two nations, I would bring the best of Canada's current leadership to the table to celebrate this victory. So, thank you for having me.
He is the black face of freedom,
hmm
and
His
and
time is coming soon.
please, I hope so. But you know what? It's none of it's good, guys. Like it's you guys have your you got to feel excited, which is great.
hmm
Last night, and I'm excited for you. But we're still going to be communist. Doesn't really matter. Like it matters in that I don't like him, but the next guy's not great. It's just like
It's a uniparty up here. There really is no
yeah.
there's no
Disaster.
win no matter which way you go because there's a Fagola on one side and an even worse Fagola on the other side. So.
The eagle has fallen.
We can
Okay,
relate.
so oh, you can't because at least you always had hope,
I
right?
think the
Hmm.
difference too is there's really truly nothing that compares to the American spirit, and I can't think of any other country or people I've met from other countries that have quite an unbreakable spirit as Americans. You come to Canada, bro, it's over. Everyone literally just bent over right away and let the government raw dog them with like AIDS dicks nonstop, and they're totally okay. And they're still voting it all in to top it all off. They're still in support of all of this. So I like
Mm,
I know that a lot of people were anxious about this and like please don't take this with any offense, but y'all were worrying for absolutely nothing and it was grinding my fucking gears. But even if a
USA.
government were to go completely haywire against the people of America, you guys have the spirit and the will and the way to take the country back. So
Guns.
there was like,
The
yeah,
rage.
nothing bad was gonna happen regardless of whichever way this election went.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no, it could have been bad. There was long-term plans to make it bad, I think. Or they
hmm
would have tried to make it bad. Hopefully, you guys could have pulled it out. But for us, like the 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 exception for Canada is our hockey players, and so hockey players really don't put up with shit, and so that's why they're the first to say, "Yeah, we're not doing rainbow stuff anymore." and no more rainbow sticks. And in fact, we're not playing tonight if you make us wear this shit. And that was the first group to say, nah, we're not doing it. And you're welcome for that, USA. Also, the
It's the only
truckers,
sport I'm still watching.
also pretty great people.
Yes.
Speaking of great people, I can't believe who's backstage right now. You guys in the chat, you might want to call your friends, call your mom for sure if you haven't, and get ready for Donald J. Trump.
Hello,
Mr.
great people of the United States of America. I just want to say real quick that I am opening a debate this Saturday on the great show known as Circle of Jerks. Is one of my favorite shows. I'm going to open up a debate between me and David A. Pukta, who is a clear loser this weekend. I say weekend is because my middle of the week happens to be my days off. But I will be having an open debate between me and David A. Pukta this Saturday on Circle of Jerks. It's going to be amazing. And me, the real number 47, will be taking down this fraudulent loser and what I'd say is F-slur, but I care about my friend Zach's stream. So tune in this Saturday. If you're not, you're gay, and I never want to be around you.
Mr. President or Mr. President-elect, please never explain yourself to us. We don't deserve it.
We don't know.
And he's gone. Just like that. In and out.
Yeah, two things. First of all, or three things, I guess. First of all, great get. 47 coming in strong, highly recommended.
Yes.
Perfect. Second of all, fucking love the new Circle of Jerks time, man. So much more accessible.
Good.
It makes it work. And then third, the funniest thing that I think could happen right now is Joe Biden resigns with like a week left on his term.
Yeah.
So that Trump has to throw away all of his 47 gear. Come on, that takes money.
But he then gets to make money selling all the 48 gear.
48 gear. 100%.
yeah.
But the thought occurred to me. I was
Would be
thinking,
funny
man,
as
that
hell.
would be hysterical.
That would be 4D chess for sure.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
But also, I heard a rumor that people think that the Harris people might pull a 25.
God, that would be lit as fuck.
And
Yes.
then they still did the first female president thing.
I'm
Well,
surprised
yeah,
it's
but-
not
technically.
dead already. I mean, you know,
That
I
she's
don't-
not?
no, Biden.
I don't think it'll happen just because I think they want to keep that as they can run again on, well, we're running the first female president candidate. So I don't think they want to take that off the board.
For the 3 times the charm, you know.
She might, but I don't think the rest of the party is going to be behind that.
I was
Do-
going to
do
say,
you
if
think they'd
they
run her
want
again?
another woman, let's repeal the 22nd. I want Trump beating women like he's Doug Emhoff in here. Like,
He's beaten 2 already, so
Yeah, he his speech last night. I heard it was like written. It was 2 minutes. Supposed to be 2 minutes, and you know that's
Oh.
not going to happen.
the thing went forever.
Yeah, calling up his
Great.
buddies. I loved it. It was great. Dana White. Do you think Dana White's going to be in the cabinet?
God, I hope so.
Me too.
Probably not.
Be awesome,
Actually,
but he
the
won't.
MMA person that I actually think might be in the, like, I don't know about the cabinet, but as part of the team would actually be your girl Gina.
Oh yeah.
I with all the stuff kind of focused on women's sports and the trans stuff,
Yeah.
I could actually see there being a spot for her as sort of the Musk associated, Department of Health and Human Services. I don't want to say mascot because that's not a good, phrase, but I could see-
Ambassador or
Yeah.
Spokesperson.
ambassador
Yeah,
for
yeah.
women's sports. I would go for it. Like, absolutely.
I
maybe.
do like that idea.
Yeah, it's nice.
And her family is super invested. Like, I think $700 million worth of Caesar.
Yeah, they're rich.
The El Dorado Caesar properties.
Yeah.
And he owns casinos, so they can kind of backdoor some kind of deal at the same time with the Coronos. Works on multiple levels. Not
Yeah.
that governments would do that.
No,
No,
no.
never.
Perish the thought, sir.
Yeah. That's what I was talking to my wife about today with Trump. Like she's become Trump. I forced basically.
What?
I told her you have to like Trump or I'm gonna watch you vote, and I will intimidate the hell out of you. I'll make you write in Trump even though we're in Canada. That's what I would do.
Dang.
I won her over. It took a while. It wasn't a natural thing, but you know, you just
wore her down, huh?
you put information out there occasionally, and it works. We got people here. Jana, you were here early. USA, indeed. Love it. Good to see you. Jana in the house. Time for some cleanup.
We
Who's
got a
garbage
gooch raid.
now? We got a gooch raid.
We do.
Gooch. We're
Gucci
back
Gucci.
on the Gooch's Star Wars show next week, next Wednesday, 7 o'clock. We are tonight. They were doing Attack of the Clones, which is interesting. It has Natalie Portman's midriff, and I'm a big fan of that. So at that time, not when she was in Leon the Professional, and not now, but she had like a 20-year window when, you know, I definitely would. No?
Yeah.
I got to catch up with the chat here. I'm way behind. What's up, Moxie Dame? Good to see you. Black Lives or Black Cats. If it's a man attracted to Kamala, are they Democrat? Well done. Lady B looks different. Yeah, she's you know, it's been tough because it's No Nut November and we're already like over a week into it, and she's had nothing for a while, so she's pulling her hair out.
Ouch.
I'm done for the night. That's it. I can walk away. That's Mike Costanza moment.
Catching shrapnel there.
Does Trump wear a 2-pound No, he doesn't, and he should have. He might have won, you know, both back to back if he did. That's the real number 47. Chris turns me. I like that, Nadia. Chris turns you. Good job, Chris. We got Plot Strikes Back. Good to see you. Bobby Blankenship, belly button is sexy. It's true. Can't argue belly button. Pet Brett, so far I've seen those celebrities trying to cross the border. Yeah, there's that not one. You know what? You'll gain more anyway. We're gonna keep sending them to you, and you keep taking them. So,
Did you see the counter for deaths by alcohol and Minecrafting today?
no.
I thought the Minecrafting was pretty high. I don't know if those were official numbers, but
There was one guy that was putting up false numbers from 2 years ago, but there is an actual one that you could track on Google, and it's like over 4,000 alcohol ones, and I think almost 1,900 Minecraft ones, which is
Damn.
pretty crazy. But you know, I'll keep my comments to myself on that.
No goats. I don't care. Talk about it.
Oh, survival of the fittest happening in real time.
There you go. Now, is that like what's the normal rates?
I have no
Do we
idea,
know?
man. I have no idea.
Just make it up. No one's gonna fact check us.
Okay, then the normal rate is 100 per day. Source, trust me, bro.
Nice. Perfect. Thank you. Cord King. If a man is attracted to Trump, is he gay or a presbian?
I think if you're a man attracted to Trump, really all it is that you have this deep desire to be a manly man, and it's just transformed into sexual desire in a misguided way, you know?
I see nothing wrong with it as long as you don't try to act on it. That's all. Then you're borderline gay.
yeah,
all the way.
It's kind of like
Just-
the Tim Walz thing. So long as you get married and have one kid, you can be as gay as you want. Other than that,
That's facts. And didn't Minnesota almost flip too?
It got kind of close.
Minnesota was hanging out there for a long time.
Yeah.
A lot of that is, I think it's Flaccid Phoenix. He's from Minnesota. I think a lot of that is him. He's a flip flopper from back in the day. What's up, owners? That's what's up, little spec? Vex as Trudeau. I mean, none of us here are Trudeau fans. Even if you didn't mind his politics, which you should, he's unlikable. He's smug and he's rich, and he has all these weird photo ops from when he was like growing up, and they're all extra creepy now in hindsight.
Oh yeah, he's the kind of guy that
Wow.
you know, like he'd come off as really nice to like the 16-year-old girls that know better, but then
Yep.
he'd totally be the guy to roofie you like at a college
Yes.
party. So,
God.
Can I say one good thing about Trudeau?
Yeah,
oh my gosh, okay,
for it.
sure.
His commitment to blackface is
That's true.
weird. Like normally
Yeah.
when somebody does blackface, they just kind of throw some paint on themselves.
Mhm.
Look at the coverage on that picture. Like this man took this seriously. I
Dang,
mean,
you know,
there's
Right.
no skin showing under the eyes.
mhm.
True.
But this is like mid for him. I mean, he's wearing a turban, so it's he's not blackish. He's black adjacent in this one.
Well,
But
he's
he's done full blackface Michael Jackson, didn't he?
Yeah, he has. This is like I think this is like the second time he's done it, but there's like 5 attempts where he's done this. This honestly isn't the best one.
No.
This is just the most prolific one.
I think he only dresses up as black people for Halloween.
Pretty sure you're right there, Zach. I'm pretty sure you're right.
You went mute, Zach.
I lost your audio.
Thank
Yep.
you. I'm back. My
There
bad.
you go.
My bad. We watched that video last week. My bad. I don't want JD Vance tracking my periods. That was one of the commercials. My
Oh
bad.
my god.
What?
I'm so glad those are over now.
Oh god.
I was in a battleground state, and our mail and commercials on TV were just wall to wall, nonstop political ads. It was just
But these are like retarded. There's some that are okay, but this is TikTok level.
I mean,
Dang.
Hold on.
their final pitch with the women looking at each other and voting, and then they brought out the one with the
Oh,
men looking at each
Jesus.
other and voting, and it's like, so
Yeah.
your final pitch is nobody wants to admit that they're going to vote for you because you're that bad.
Here you go. My bad.
Oh, I got too political? My bad. I just don't know if I'll be able to own a credit card without my husband's permission in 7 days.
God.
Oh, did I
yeah.
get too political? My bad. I just don't know if I want to get rid of overtime in 7 days.
Oh, I've gotten too political? My bad. I just want to make sure I have access to birth control in 7 days.
Oh, I got too political? My bad.
There
It's
hasn't
just
been one thing that was truthful yet.
no. Not even close.
Look, I'm already voting for him. You don't
I
have
know.
to convince me further.
You don't have to sell any harder than that. And this guy, he doesn't want to be deported.
I guess I don't know if I'm going to be a U.S. citizen in 7 days.
Oh, I got too political? My bad. I'm just worried I won't be able to love who I love in 7 days.
Oh, did I get political? My bad. I just don't want my mother to be denied her health care because she has a pre-existing.
His mother's ashamed of him, for sure.
Guaranteed.
Did
Look
he
at him.
just say he doesn't want his mother to be denied health care because she has a pre-existing condition?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Are they aware that in blue states they literally denied people health care because they didn't get a certain shot?
Oh no,
True
they would
story.
never think of that.
I
think-
like that they couldn't even bother to give this guy a second take. Like he stuttered very audibly in the first sentence, and they're like, "Nah, fuck it, it's fine, let it roll."
It's authentic.
That's right. Yeah. Kids
So
like
here-
authenticity.
He reminds me of somebody who I've got a clip for. So, also very awkward. It's gonna be fun.
Mm.
Is it the actor from Sons of Anarchy who's a
Mm.
little gay?
Oh no, it's a guy who's doing some door-to-door sales. If I could,
I know which one it is.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, sorry to bother you. I'm Fernando. I work for Peak Energy. We're a few doors down. We're in 1845.
Okay.
So we do solar around here. We're just coming around talking to niggers. Sorry, dude. Neighbors. I apologize, man.
that's that same energy. Same energy on that one.
condition.
Oh, I'm being too political? My bad. I'm just fighting for the future of my daughter.
Oh, I got too political? My bad. It's just that I don't know if my family in western North Carolina will be warned of the hurricane coming in 7 days when the National Weather Service is gone.
Oh, I got
What?
too political? My bad.
What?
These just get better.
They did try to
Is there-
claim that in
is
the
there
last
a
month.
hurricane coming? What?
Oh yeah, there'd be secret hurricanes if not for Kamala Harris.
This is a
Which
parody,
proves
right?
No.
You do have weather
No.
control machines. Aha.
Come on, you think this is parody? There's no way that they could not come up with this as parody. This is straightforward. These people have been
Oh my
mind
god,
bleached.
can you DM this video to me? I am
Yeah.
totally clipping that for a review.
Absolutely, I got it. I downloaded it from the original source. I got it saved now because it's going to go away. I would hope at some point. It would be smart for them if they did. But yes, Ninja Canes. Ninja Canes are, you know what? One of the upcoming issues we're going to deal with in 2030 is Ninja Canes. It's next level. I don't know. And the other part of this, which I think is kind of, it's sad, funny, but even if you were warned, like, let's pretend that you have no chance. What do you do against a hurricane anyway? There's the whole place still gets wiped out. You're not gonna be able to move your house. So yeah, it's a bad go either way.
Yeah,
I guess
the Weather Channel's going to get shut down too.
as will television, streaming
news channels,
services,
yeah.
newspapers, all gonna be gone. Trump says no more.
No more weather service.
Yeah, no.
Once the Republicans get to
That's how
On
he's
day
fighting.
on day one, they're going to climb the poles in all of the cities that still have the old siren system.
Yep.
Remove them all. You're not allowed.
No more sirens.
No warnings.
There you go. I think that this is his climate change attempt, right? He's going to take down climate change by getting rid of the weather.
Total denial.
That's
Deny
it.
it all.
Yeah. I fixed it, he says. I'll say, yeah, you did fix it. I don't want to hear about it anymore either. So get called and got a cold. I'm basically, yeah, you are pretty much. Thank you for your service watching last night. Appreciate it.
Only slightly more impressive achievement military service wise than Tim Walz.
Mm.
Did he serve in the military?
National Guard.
Ish.
Yeah.
They're coming for you. No more flushing. My bad. No more indoor plumbing. Yeah. People moving to some communist country said, yeah, go. I mean, you can come here, but I'm going to warn you. Like, I mean, we're overrun. We are vast, but most of it is unlivable. So get here quick if you want to get a good spot.
I don't want them to start rounding up immigrants to deport in 7 days.
Oh, I got too political.
I wish. Like,
I would rather have seen her nipples sticking through the shirt than this guy's, though.
True. I think he might be lactating, actually, this one.
Oh, my bad. The only reason I have a daughter is because of IVF.
Oh, I got too political? I just don't really want JD Vance tracking my periods in 7 days.
Oh, I got too political.
What?
JD Vance doesn't care about your period one bit.
Hold on. Were people saying that like the Trump administration is going to inject like tracking devices into the vagina of every American woman?
That's a good idea.
So all of this stuff is allegedly in Project 2025. The explanation is they think the schools are going to make a tracking app and then give it to the federal government. This is, of course, batshit insane, but that's
okay. A tracking app to track like your daily movements and everything, or something
No,
more
your menstrual
specific?
cycle to make sure that if you're pregnant, you don't leave the state to get an abortion in another state. You remember the ads
Oh
that they
my
had with the
God.
cop pulling over the person and being like, "Sir, you need to get out. And is this your daughter? Yeah, we're going to have to arrest her because you're trying to cross state lines."
Oh, so like some Handmaid's Tale shit,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
That's
Just
so
more
wacky.
delusions.
But hold on. But wait.
My bad.
My bad. These bitches still want IUDs though? What? What?
I heard about that one too.
But
It's a big call out on TikTok
I'm so confused. Oh my goodness.
to go get an IUD while you can before they're illegal because they'll last the entire presidency.
But that is the government injecting a device in you.
They love that shit.
Yeah, didn't you see the DNC, the National Convention? They had gigantic IUDs all over the place, right next to the abortion clinic on wheels.
There are really people this stupid, right? Like I know people
yeah.
are stupid, but they're not this stupid, are they?
No, there are some.
Oh
We
my
saw a lot of them on Twitter today.
It's
Yes.
over. Send the nukes. It's over, boys. It's over.
Did you say send nudes?
Send nukes.
Nukes.
Oh, nukes.
Gabriel, blow the trumpet.
Send the nudes.
Send
Destroy
the
them
nudes.
all.
We're done. Can't say up. That's too many nudes. Use no defense for that. All right, let's go. My bad.
Political, my bad. I don't want Trump to take over the Board of Education, put in his lackeys, his loyalists, and have y'all continue to think that Puerto Rico is not a part of America. Open the schools.
What?
Is that a thing, guys?
No, we all know it's part of America, but we also
Yeah.
don't want it as a state.
They can't.
It's a
decide what they
territory.
want.
Oh, you wouldn't want that because then they get like senators or whatever, right? That's a
2
problem.
senators.
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
How many representatives they'd have, and
Too many.
Probably just the one.
I was gonna say keep winning at this rate, and you can have your 3 extra, but
True.
I don't want it going forward.
Boot. Oh, we. CLS. Hey, welcome. Thanks. I have just sorted out my own chat situation here, guys. So now, sorry if I missed you earlier, but I was using only the StreamYard side. Now I can see the YouTube side again. And I see CLS. Welcome. And Boosh. I like her shirt wearing this. She has warts. That's good to know, especially like before
Yeah,
you have to
right.
get too close. But we should probably break this up with some sort of.
I kind of want to watch more reels like this.
Oh, I've got more right now. You don't even
there
have to
are
ask.
plenty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
We may not have rights tomorrow.
I'm scared to go to sleep. I might wake up a motherfucking slave.
Oh my god.
I mean, you guys. Janet
You
found
know-
these for me, by the way.
You know what? Unintentionally, this is kind of like the best reason for abortion right here.
Kind of.
Watching all these videos.
Yes. Yeah.
Who would pay for her?
I'm gonna wake up a slave.
People have to give you away. Like, I don't think you have to worry about
It's
that.
not the 1700s anymore. We don't have mass agricultural like
Slavery's
Yeah, really.
illegal.
According to the Democrats, we have immigrants to pick our food.
True.
And actually, California did just vote to keep slavery legal, so that did pass.
That sounds
Dude,
about right.
Can you imagine just like you go over to your friend's house and they're really upset, like, dude, what's wrong? What's the matter? I'm gonna wake up a slave.
My massa coming for me? So just like these people are the most unhinged. And I wish that they were like, I wish I didn't believe her and that she, but by the fact that she's recording herself doing it and putting it out there, like she must believe it's on some level it's true, or else, I mean, unless it's just to get us to watch it, which thank you for doing that.
There's
I
got
mean,
to
these
be a
are
degree of
women.
acting.
Yeah,
Oh,
women
yeah,
will do anything for some attention to keep that in mind. So
Yeah.
Yeah. And like slavery is expensive. I mean, the economics of it don't line up. So you're gonna
Especially
be okay.
with the cost of groceries right now.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you got a free house. The property values are going up. It's just we can't afford you right now. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to let you go.
We're gonna have to let you
Run. Yeah.
Yo, I'm scared to go to sleep. I might wake up a motherfucking slave.
This guy. He's the worst Uso.
Anyone else having a meltdown? I don't know how to do this. Right now, I'm just not. I can't fucking deal with this shit right now.
I do love the music.
Yes.
Yes. It makes it.
In the background of the slave chick, you can hear Disney Plus is also on. So, she can afford that.
Do we have a ceiling bird?
A what?
Ceiling? Never mind.
Oh.
I am 48 years old and I have never experienced anything like this and never thought I would in this country. Wait, I'm so stressed.
See, I think that dude's just doing a Tim Walz
I don't know
impersonation.
how to handle this. I don't know how to get through the next couple days.
The music is perfect. The Twin Peaks.
Mhm.
Yeah, it works. I'm a slave now. Yes, I apologize. Yeah. That's just how it works. Yeah, I mean, people are ridiculous. This guy, uh, I get like wanting to have attention, but for this, dude,
I know, right?
lots of auctioneer jobs were just. Yeah, they were. There's a lot, actually. The economy
See?
go through the roof.
Not even the president yet, and fix the economy.
Maybe Trump will sneak a little tax on there too. Maybe.
No, he's taking away the tax on tips. That's the only wages they're going to be getting.
US 11, 2016. None of these people were. So that's the like. It's so unbelievable. But then you watch mainstream media stuff, and it's these people on like. Okay, so last night I'm watching, and CNN. It's when Trump comes out. Whatever for whatever reason, CNN here goes to a commercial, and so I'm trying to watch him live on TV, and I was watching you guys on my phone, and so I found out I have MSNBC for some reason, and so I put it on there, hoping that that chick was gonna cry.
Rachel
And she-
Maddow.
Yes,
Yeah.
she's. Don't look at her in HD if you can avoid it. It's not good. Yeah, she was. She didn't cry, but like the stuff that they were talking about on there is way, way like that's like when Joe Rogan gets conspiratorial. This is like further than that with some of the
yeah.
stuff they think is coming, and they seem to believe it. So people who watch that, I guess, long enough, might start to believe some of this kind of rhetoric, which is it's unbelievable.
It is wild. I genuinely wish Trump was the boogeyman that these people believed him to be. Like, you know, guys, this was a 1970s New York Democrat just in 2024. Like we can
Yeah.
like we're not talking Mussolini here.
No, we're not, and he's been president already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he gave up the power after that election. I mean, sure, there was a slight riot before it, but on the 20th, he gave up the power. That's really not the fascist way.
Yeah, exactly.
No, not at all. I think that whole thing was people were like so shocked by that, and I did not find that to be that surprising after being gaslit for 4 years about how he stole that election, and then this, you know, and even as a Canadian, I saw that I'm like, okay, like enough already with this. He still that was 4 straight years, and that chick was still Hillary, was still saying that stuff. So it's not like it stopped, and don't act like it did. So now people will have the opposite reaction because, of course, they will, and maybe they did.
I did like the new conspiracy theory kind of coming out.
Oh, what's that one?
From Twitter. Well, I mean, it's like they're all looking at the votes and going, well, there was so much turnout and so many Republicans went and voted Democrat. How are we $15 million or 15 million votes shorter than we were in 2020? And it's like, we have been saying that for 4 years that those were magical votes.
Zach, I just sent you a graph. I don't know if you can show it.
Yeah.
But this is my favorite.
The
new
graph
one.
with the line across where,
Yes.
yeah.
Is
on Twitter or on the private chat?
I sent it to you on Discord.
Discord.
The one that's cracking me up is I've been seeing a bunch of comments on Twitter, and I think most of them are joking, but they're like, "Shit, maybe we did steal 2020."
Yeah. Maybe we are the bad guys.
Yes, we're the baddies.
But it was for a good cause.
Yeah.
When they do
Yeah.
it.
And that's okay.
All right, I got it. Almost ready.
Yeah, this chart's great.
3, 2, 1.
Don't give me countdowns.
Oh, I stressed them. I'm sorry.
Talk amongst yourselves. There we go.
Oh yeah. Weird.
So
It's
we've
interesting.
got popular. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hover around 65, come back to 65, but just magical 81 right in the middle there.
81.
Hillary Clinton looks at that and is like, why wouldn't you guys do that for me?
Me.
We could have had a fake pandemic in 2016, guys. Like,
That's horrible.
Yeah.
But no one, like, you guys are not allowed to talk about that even still? Or do you think something will happen with it now?
No.
Nothing's going to happen.
Even if they did prove it, nothing would happen. I mean, it's over.
Wasn't it kind of like I don't know, partially proven though, because like the whole Russian collusion thing that the Russian hoax or whatever that they were trying to pin on Trump, that kind of revealed a bit of the fraud, like at least the media manipulation. And then there were all of the ballot counting issues that were revealed in Michigan and Georgia, I think it was.
Yeah, I mean, we've all pointed them out, but they're never going to do anything about it. But I mean, that's what we did about it was we had everybody watching the polls like hawks this year. I mean, they weren't going to get away with anything.
Yeah, this time everybody was on it.
And like when Trump had tweeted out earlier this week that there was already some stuff in Pennsylvania, and everybody's like, "See, he's just going to claim it's stolen again." It's like, well, actually, that there was a case that was seen before a court, and they found yes, Pennsylvania was screwing with stuff. So it just got shut down quick because there was 180,000 duplicate votes. It got caught by somebody, and they took it to court and got him thrown out.
Wow.
And 180,000 ends up being a lot.
Yeah.
Enough to flip a state.
I'm just grabbing some other stuff here.
But yeah, this chart's beautiful.
Oh, fuck off, YouTube.
And now this time,
go ahead.
And I would say this time he won the popular vote too. So
right.
Let's watch
the popular
this.
vote, the Senate, the House, all of it.
Yep.
So what you're all here to see is great American presidents or American presidents, whatever you want to see it as, from film and television. So let's look at this while looking for other stuff.
Hey,
that's one
on my list.
But
yeah,
this
me
is
too.
like, I think this is probably in everyone's top 2 or 3.
Oh yeah.
Unanimous number 1. This is the Wayne Gretzky of fictional presidents.
Yes. President Whitmer.
Fantastic speech. Although President Camacho, he makes great thumbnails. I'll say that for sure.
Yeah, he does.
And he glistens real nice.
He does. He does glisten. Let's watch. And pause.
Major. Arlen, sir. Good morning. Good morning.
Look at that. People paying attention to the president. This is hasn't happened in the last 4 years.
He just stepped up a 30-inch step. That's
without
crazy.
falling upwards.
I know.
That is amazing. He didn't fall even a little bit.
That's how you know this is fictional.
That's true.
Didn't run out of breath.
Yep. Oh, Leon, what's up? Coldest of Takes, the greatest presidential speech in the history of film. Oh, this one, yeah. This is a cool thing. This is number 1 for sure, I think, for most people. There's some Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter stuff that might work, but this is also good.
In less than an hour, aircraft from here will join others from around the world. And you will be launching the largest aerial battle in the history of mankind. Mankind, that word should have new meaning for all of us today. We can't.
It's people kind. Excuse me, sir. People kind.
Right, Lady B.
Right, Vex?
I mean, his cadence is just a little bit Trumpy.
It really is. Watching this today, I watched it a few times already. I'm like, that really is the cadence. It's not far off at all.
It's not an Obama cadence.
Obama cadence.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be
No, there's not
consumed
enough
by
of-
petty differences anymore.
Sorry, Brahma, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying for Obama, you've got to have a lot more uhs.
Oh, yeah.
Not
Did
to
it
mention a
constantly.
gaping butthole as well with Mike
Yeah.
next to him. So
Mikey looking angry across the stage at him.
Mhm.
Don't you fuck this up.
You know what's going to happen later.
Double pegged.
Anymore. We will be united in our common interest. Perhaps it's fate that today is the 4th of July, and you will once again be fighting for our freedom. Not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation. We're fighting for our right to live,
It's going to be huge.
to exist. And should
Look at that mustache. These guys rule.
these are guys. That's why these are men.
Manly men.
Mm-hmm.
What year was this?
97, I think, or
Oh, yeah,
96.
Yeah, somewhere right around there.
96, I think.
What happened to men?
They introduced soy milk into the diets in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
They're turning the freaking frogs gay.
That too, yeah.
I mean, there's talk of like this, the people taking to the streets if things went weird, but I think like a lot of our people who would take to the streets are not in this good shape anymore.
Nope. Was it 70% of Americans aren't even fit for basic military duty?
Yep.
As it is.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they can't get those.
I'm using my
recruiting
age as an
numbers.
excuse.
Age is the best excuse. I'm full on the age excuse.
we win the day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive.
Transformative. Transformative.
Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
There should be more gunfire. There should be more gunfire. Like, you know,
True. Yeah.
everybody should be shooting off the air.
Where's Will? Well, this is going on.
Oh, he's in the fighter jet thing. He's off doing his own thing already.
Weren't they already going into space?
Yeah, they've
Yeah,
they've
something
gone on their
like that.
secret mission.
If you look at the audience, the crowd here, where are all the women of color?
They went first, man, because the only women of color representation in this movie is a stripper. So
True.
it's over.
Forgot about that.
I see one.
Holly
right there.
Robinson Pete,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, she's
Sorry,
cute.
Blair.
I see one. I see one woman.
Do you? Where?
Yeah, on the left.
On the left?
Yeah, far left.
Furthest person on the
Oh
left.
yeah, I see it.
And there may be two in the very, very back against the truck or whatever. back
Yeah,
end.
I see them.
But
They're
they're
there.
looking at each other, not at the president. So
Well, obviously they're
You know
gay.
my
so there you
favorite
go.
thing about movies in the 90s is
What?
they were
no uggos.
True.
Yep. Yep. I mean, even Bill Pullman's kind of dreamy in this role. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Standards. We had them back then.
Mhm.
See, this was already a 9 of 10 scene.
Yeah.
What he's about to do here to finish it off just sends this movie into the stratosphere. Oh, they don't have him
Oh.
getting into the jet.
Yeah, I
all the
apologize.
build up.
All the build up. It is November, so save it up, people. Yeah, wasn't it a fantastic scene that everyone remembers? Like everyone remembers that speech from that movie. It's iconic. Globalist propaganda. Yeah, true. Disavow. I owe you a clip. Thank you for your $5. Appreciate you all the time there. Leon, Words of Paradise. I'm gonna give you freestyle. Don't play this one much.
Style.
Okay.
I'm just gonna think it up as I go.
Freestyle. Well, let me sit back. Go ahead, Marshall.
Okay. Years ago, they tried to put me in the. This is live.
Kamala when the teleprompter goes out.
No kidding. Her speech was cringe too.
Yeah.
Which one?
But it may have been the best delivery of a speech she did through the whole campaign.
That's true. They said that was her best speech, her last speech.
I agree.
Dude, both Tim Walz and Doug Emhoff were crying during that speech.
Oh, they're bawling.
Oh, are the Clintons going to liquidate him for losing? Like,
That's a good point. They know it's going to happen.
Possibility.
The only other thing I will say about this speech is so good. They made a joke about it in that Teen Wolf show that the head coach of their team just gives this exact speech. Like nothing to do with the sport they're playing, just straight up the Independence Day speech. It's that good.
It's a good speech. When I was coaching, I stole a lot of speeches. I stole Al Pacino's speeches.
That was literally the first one.
Any Given Sunday?
He's going to say Any Given Sunday.
Yeah, I used that one. And you can use it in pieces. You don't have to use it all at the same time. He had a good speech in that movie, too, with Jamie Foxx, too, when they were going back and forth privately. That was a good one. But I used those speeches. And Tim Tebow's speeches are actually, it's all right, too. Where he's the one, this is, you got one half the rest of your life, that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's good that the kids aren't watching these movies now in a way. Like it's bad overall. But like, if you pulled that out in a group of 30-year-olds, they're gonna be like, this motherfucker's talking about Any Given Sunday.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. 1 inch, the 1 inch speech is one of the best. 1 inch for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And you can't say that into adults anyways, because we just snicker when you say shit like that. The kids don't get the reference. I don't know what the fuck. Hopefully they don't.
Oh, they know it all, man. They know it all by 4th grade. It's crazy.
I was gonna say it probably depends on if Tim Walz was their 2nd grade teacher. I'm ripping on Tim Walz today. I'm gonna have to pull some of these back.
I've got
don't hold back.
I made this myself, people. This is an original. So this is super high quality work because what I did was I took my phone and I recorded my TV.
All right.
And so the audio is not perfect, but this is like I was watching MSNBC and Rachel Maddow, and this is like their conspiracy stuff is and I don't know what she was talking about, and I want you guys to listen to this and tell me, like, are these things that could possibly happen that you've ever heard of? This guy's more reasonable, but he's handing it over to her.
I will say I agree with you that I don't think they'll try to do it through legislation, but I think that his right-wing commitments will be that he'll do it through executive action, essentially by putting, brainworm guy or whatever at the FDA and saying, okay, you can no longer have abortion medications. They'll use the Comstock Act. They'll use other measures that they can do without having to have legislative fingerprints on it, but so they can still tell their right-wing, the right wing to whom they owe so much of their organizing efforts that they've done it.
Because to your very point.
Like, isn't that weird?
Yeah, I mean, we've
We've
explained how this cannot happen multiple times.
Right.
I mean, they're insane, and I don't know why a lesbian woman is so worried about her ability to get an abortion.
Is she a woman?
It's because she's just a lesbian for show. There you go. That's why.
I do not believe that for a second. of all the people on Earth that I think are a lesbian, it's Leon and then Rachel Maddow.
You've seen pictures back when she was hot back in the day? She had blonde hair and was like a cheerleader and
Who? Leon?
Mad Cow.
Oh,
Wait, with Rachel Maddow is hot.
I need to see these. I need to see evidence of this.
Upon a time, she was not too bad.
Blair's putting himself out there right now.
He is.
The pictures he pulls up better better stand up to scrutiny.
It's a bold strategy.
Let's see how it plays out for him.
Yeah, maybe it'll work. Yeah. In the meantime, I've got another one I also made, but not with the phone deal.
You also just got a 70s rock fan raid.
Oh shit! Awesome.
Nice.
Welcome, guys. I like to get raids, and so I'm going to reward the raid with a fun clip.
Well, I'm packing up my game and I'ma head out west where real women call me grip and script and fake press. Find a nest in the hills, chill like Flint, buy an old drop top, find a spot.
Dude, I'm
Welcome.
so excited. Page 3 of Project 2025
Yeah.
has that exact scene is going to be in every bar in America. I'm fucking pumped.
We love Leon. Stop it, dude. Timescales, what's up? What's up, all you MAGA pricks? MAGA pricks. Okay, fine. I'll take it. Who else? 70s Rock fan, good to see you there. Davina Duckworth, great to see you. Thank you. Oh, Rachel Maddow, yeah, she looks tad too much like Helen Hunt for me. Can't get into women that look like men thing, yeah. Well, she wouldn't get into you either, I don't think. What's up, Peter from Fanside? Good to see you. Where's your diversity hire, you supremacists? Are you serious?
We literally have a black prime minister on the panel.
Yeah.
And he might be gay on top of that. So
he's definitely, I don't know. He's tried a few things.
He's definitely, he's definitely running some human centipede shit on his off time. So
yeah, definitely is.
Most assuredly.
I've got to get this one. I'll get this up too. Huh?
Having trouble getting it up?
I'm working on it, guys. There's a lot going on back here. I'm under a lot of stress. So, I might need a few extra minutes, but that's okay. That's normal. Lots of guys go through that. Maybe.
There's pills.
Oh, sweet. And in Canada, they'd be free.
2025 is going to take those away. So
they'd be free here.
Or mandate them.
No, that's possible.
Was I too political?
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
My bad.
Yeah. All right. So this is another one that was that's come up. This
Oh, yeah.
is not a speech, but it's a great scene. From Air Force One, Harrison Ford. Well, he was still Harrison Ford before he was taking political sides in commercials, and also, the speech stuff aside, he's so fucking old. I can't stand to see him in anything anymore.
Yeah,
and that
I
maybe
know.
ageist, but
It's like watching Vince Carter now. He can't dunk anymore, really. It's like, somebody take this guy out back.
everything, you can feel his creaks every time he moves.
Yeah.
And 1923, that was the Taylor Sheridan one. I think that's the right date.
Yeah,
I think.
I believe so.
I heard it's great. I can't finish it. I can't stand looking at him. He's so
It is
creaky
great,
and
though.
paper thin. I know, but it's he's just, please let him retire and maybe, stop letting him crash planes. He just looks, he's so beaten up, but not here. This is relatively bad.
Get off my plane.
I had that on my list.
It's on. I think it's on everyone's list.
Oh yeah.
Number two.
Number two. It's cool to have like an active president like that who, he's the main character. He also can fight.
Somebody under 75, 80.
Fuck yeah. I want I want a Julius Caesar president.
Yes.
I want JD Vance shooting insurgents in Afghanistan. Like, actually, that's not true. I don't want our military outside of our borders. But if we had to use our military outside of our borders, I want JD Vance gunning him down from the front.
Is he a good shot? Or like, I don't know his deal. What's his background? Other than living in, I know he's a hillbilly.
He was a JAG guy in the Marines. I don't think he ever went outside the wire, but
he did report.
He qualified with his weapons, so
good enough for me. I'll take it. But like this is so. What I found this as well. The Young Turks. You guys watch? Everyone loves the Young Turks.
Yeah, we stream sniped them a little bit last night.
Did you?
It was boring.
Oh yeah,
it was not like the 2016 meltdown.
That's so funny. The 2016.
I don't think they had Anna on at all from what we saw, and I just wanted to see her kind of smirking in the corner like, ha.
Well, that's what you're going to get in this because she is in this and she is smirking.
Nice.
I've seen this one.
So, this is Chunk here is he's just I think he's just filling for time because they've been talking for 8 hours now and they got nothing left to do. But they are he's telling this story, which is and this is just an example of the stuff they talk about, but it's completely unbelievable that this happened. There's no chance that what he's telling us actually happened. And in most places with most people, he'd be called out for this. And Anna does kind of call him out for it, which is, I think she does the most call out you can do while you're working for the guy on this story.
So she did show up for a little bit.
She did. She's wearing like a turtleneck though. So, you could do better, Anna.
Story on the bonus episode. Two people start talking to each other super loudly. They didn't know each other. They're both white. One's a woman, the other one's, and then they start getting into conspiracy theories and lunatic stuff.
He's talking about in Hollywood, he went to a diner and this was his experience. And he's got a black guy on the panel who he's pandering to currently.
And this is in West LA, right? And then she starts talking.
What's that?
I said you guys have probably heard this before. What's the difference between a conspiracy theory and the truth?
6 months.
Boom, Drax has got it. I can't wait to hear what his conspiracy theory is going to be here.
This is a completely made up story. It's not a theory. It's what he says has been happening all around the U.S. that he's been experiencing, and that this virus has taken it all the way to Hollywood, and so he doesn't think anywhere is safe because people talk like this, like how he is going to describe in public.
About black people, they're all in gangs. They all have 5 to 7 wives.
What?
And I'm like,
5 or 7 wives.
What? And
5 or 7 wives.
Wives?
So he says this is a conversation in a deli, and
They're
this
not gonna
one
get
lady.
married?
Yeah, 5 black people have 5 or 7 wives, and they're in gangs.
To be fair, Jink thinks that you should be allowed to do things with animals, so maybe that's what he was thinking they were referring to as wives.
They like them goats. That's true.
Just think of that too.
Yeah, boom. Yeah,
he ran on that platform.
Not fair.
What's up, Dildo?
It's sheep only. He draws the line at homosexuality.
And Armenians.
Yeah.
Kind of left that, yeah.
A little bit. No. So, like, he's trying to be folksy, but yet be threatening and tell this story about how U.S. is all, well, everyone's racist, and they're openly racist unless they think a black person can hear them. This is how people normally talk, is what he's describing.
Talk about the story on the bonus episode. Two people start talking to each other super loudly. They didn't know each other. They're both white. One's a woman, the other one's, and then they start getting into conspiracy theories and lunatic stuff. And this is in West LA, right? And then she starts talking about how, black people, they're all in gangs. They all have 5 to 7 wives.
What?
And I'm like, what? And
is that a well-known thing? Gang members have 5 to 7 wives? That's a lot of stamina.
Right. So, but my point is that it might not be LA or Louisiana. It might be that there happened to be no black customers at that diner at that time, and so she felt free to say all that crap, and the other guy felt free to agree loudly, right? Whereas you could be down in Louisiana, but you see JR, maybe they get a little bit more reluctant to say their real feelings, etc. But I don't. But don't I?
That
that
woman's
didn't
kind of
happen.
based. That woman's kind of based. Let's be honest. She got
Yeah,
the
she
wise
is.
part wrong, but
You know,
I love how he starts the story with one's a woman and the other's but there's talking.
this is a real thing that I saw happen. It's a,
My God.
these two white people who didn't know each other. Like he knows a lot of backstory about these people, for sure. Oh, did you check after? Oh, are you guys friends? L.A. 5 or 7 wives.
Yeah, the black dude smirk there.
Yeah.
That is the smirk, and a lot of black people. I play basketball. That is a very specific smirk of, oh no, this white guy is about to do something stupid to try and think like be cool. Like that is a very specific smirk that dude had.
Yep.
And he's brought me here so he could tell a fake story. That's it. And Anna calls him out because she's not so bad now. And I still would. I don't care about politics with her. She's still good.
Yeah, she's working her way away from them. So,
and that's an interesting story. People should really be looking into that because she got sexually assaulted, and then she got attacked for reporting it to the police by her own people, which I think really opened her eyes. And they said things like, well, you're going to get this person killed. Like, you're basically a murderer. Assuming that, so also on that level, assuming the assailant was black.
Right.
And there were 2 white guys. So they weren't black. And so it's levels of racism and sexism and all of that in her own side. And then they told her not to talk about that. Like, don't talk about how we came after you for this other thing. Just please let it go away. You can't talk. You're making us look bad. She's like, well, this is what you're doing. And so them intimidating her to not talk about it further. Well, you're just now pushing her out. And yeah, she's the best looking girl at the party, so you can't push her out. I love this. Rare and elusive Mormon blacks. Mormons? Is that a gang?
Boy, you would be way better at football if that was a thing.
True, fair. He chastised Anna because she tried to identify her great. Yeah, you're not the good guy. No, he's definitely not Chork. He's the worst guy. Oh, what you got here, Blair? What?
she's got a quarterback's neck. I don't know if she was ever a woman.
I mean, she's got a face you wouldn't mind. I don't know.
That looks kind of like a man in a wig. I'm just saying.
It looks like she would make a good quarterback for sure.
Who's that wrestler that was in the Blade Trinity movie?
Another one down, a little
Triple H.
bigger.
Yeah, she looks like Triple H in a wig.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
I like her. I do respect her traps.
She's got them collarbones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good jawline. She looks like decent breeding stock.
A strong jawline, like a man's jawline.
Yeah.
This is going to be a bizarre poll. She looks like Ryan Gosling in Remember the Titans.
Oh,
ooh.
I see that a bit. Yep.
Oh.
Well,
I posted the timeline in the private chat if we want to examine this further.
Let's do it. Come on. She turns into Katie Lang in 2007.
She did.
I was gonna say she was Ryan Gosling in Remember the Titans, then Eminem in Harry Potter's Love Child, then a member of NSYNC, and then the Gremlin that we know and love today.
Wow.
It's kind of weird. She looks more feminine now than she did as an actual woman.
I mean, well, long hair means a lot though to guys. No offense, but like we're very simple animals. So like if you're Leon, you have long hair, you put a dress on. If I squint, who could say what would happen?
Oh, actually, no, she does look way hotter if you do squint. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does this timeline prove that maybe? Does this timeline prove that maybe Frost will go back to looking like a woman at some point?
She goes through the evolution, comes out the other side.
She'd have to fix her teeth a little bit still, but yeah.
Yeah.
I actually think Frost is doing almost the opposite of this. She's doing the cricket arc in Always Sunny.
Timescales. Daniel Day-Lewis. Okay. I mean, he's probably one of the greatest actors ever. So he's a safe bet.
I was gonna say, oh my God, Leslie Nielsen in Scary Movie 3. Death President.
Good.
Oh, I didn't have that one.
Yeah.
Chang, keep my state's name out your fucking mouth. Thanks, Jose. I'm sure. Thank. Yeah. Yes. You heard? What did you do to Leon?
It's because I said she looks like Triple H.
Oh. I mean, well, Jessica Biel was also in that. She's fairly muscular. I could.
Oh
think
no,
of
but
that.
Jessica Biel, you could tell there was woman in there. I'm not seeing no woman here.
Who are we talking about? All right. Well, I'm going to then show another of the greatest presidents of all time. I think we can all agree this person deserves this level of attention. And
come on, Alan Alda and Canadian bacon.
Oh my God.
Tom Beck, Deep Impact.
No. Come on. President Camacho. Idiocracy.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of America! President Camacho! Shut up! Sit your monkey ass down.
I would vote for him right now.
Same, bro.
Absolutely.
Look at
It's
those
the hair.
arms.
Platform.
Yeah. He works out, and he's not even showing off. Like, if I was him, I wouldn't wear a shirt ever. And he's got kind of layers on there. He's got that Apollo Creed thing going for him a little bit.
I like that,
Is that
he
racist?
is. No, but I would say he's trying to represent all the ethnicities. He's got the Latino stash. He's got the white woman's silky hair. He's got a little bit of that Native American kind of poncho look going on. He's a man of the people. There you go.
He's a
frilly
melting
shirt.
Mhm.
All right, let's go. Let's get into this. This is a great movie, and it really is like prophetic.
Mhm.
The funny thing is, both sides claim it is prophetic about the other side.
Yeah.
I was going to say this is what Democrats think Tim Scott is like.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think that the people. Okay, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of people there's smart people on the left too, but I think a lot of them would never have watched this movie because they would assume it's offensive in some way. Is that an unfair stereotype?
I see plenty of people on the left that have seen it and claim that it's about what's going on the right all the time. So
Yeah, I was going to say
there's
never.
plenty of people who saw it.
Never underestimate the left's interest in feeling superior to the right. So in a lot of ways, this is right up their alley.
Nice.
Leon, if you don't get a cookie, I get a cookie. I don't know what that means. You lost me on the cookie stuff.
Yeah, is
Lost
that
the
some
welcome.
sort of gay speak right there? What's going on?
Yeah, he wants a Fudgio, I think is what he's asking for, and that's slang.
You want
So-
Leon to dip his milk in your Cocoa Puffs?
He would love it.
it.
I believe with Nas, they're just Cheerios.
Okay, let's go. President Camacho.
I get it.
Shit. I know shit's bad right now, with all that starving bullshit and the dust storms, and we running out of French fries and burrito coverings.
Yeah.
Burrito coverings.
That's what you said last time, dipshit. I got a solution. You're a dick. South Carolina, what's up?
This really should have been what the open convention at the DNC should have
Yes.
been like if they had actually done it instead of just installing her.
Ooh, Cookie Crisp.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Now, I understand everyone's shit's emotional right now. But listen up.
What a great president.
Oh yeah.
He's a man of the people.
Effective.
Yeah.
I got a 3-point plan to fix everything. Number one, we got this guy not sure. Number two, he's got a high.
Not sure. That's great. Yeah. There you go.
IQ than any man alive. And number three, he's gonna fix everything. I give you my word as president. He'll fix the problems with all the dead crops. He's gonna make them grow again. And that ain't all.
I mean, that's right on par. Like that's it. That's on point. The delivery too.
Mm-hmm.
Make the plants grow again.
And then he's going to go into a fake accent, just like an actual politician.
Yeah, AJ does wish that was his real dad.
I give you my word. He's gonna fix the dust storms too. I give you my word. He's gonna fix the economy. He's so smart. He's gonna do it all in 1 week.
What happened to Luke Wilson?
He does smaller films now, but not a lot of big stuff anymore.
He wasn't bad.
No, wasn't at all.
He's one of those guys that got like pinched out of movies when they stopped letting B-list white guys star in stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably it.
And when we got rid of comedy.
Yeah. It's like every time you see something like The Lioness on Paramount Plus, you know, that used to be that used to be a show with Luke Wilson in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. And that would have been probably, I didn't watch it, but I don't think it's
Another
for
Taylor
me.
Sheridan show.
Is it good?
It's not bad.
Okay.
I haven't seen anything out of Taylor Sheridan that's flat out bad.
Yeah. It's too many women.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I like a mix. It's fun. You can mix it up. Yeah, I did. You sure did. Yeah, Owen wasn't spoken. Who knows? Consumed Luke. Yeah.
That might be it. Yeah.
And Owen's beta enough that he could he can still be an actor.
Mm-hmm.
Royal Tenenbaums, American Express. Yeah. He in no ways feels tired. Luke Wilson in X-Files?
I've never heard of that one. I didn't know he made an appearance in there.
Am I being are you trolling me, Leon?
No, Luke Wilson is in an episode of X-Files.
Huh.
Wow. Leon knows his stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of people got their start on those shows back in the day.
Not now. Although this is not on topic at all, but I've been watching The Old Man. It's pretty good.
The what?
Is it?
The Old Man.
I
with
watched
Jeff
the first
Bridges.
season.
Yeah.
I never started the next one. It just
Never saw it.
never really caught me.
I like the young version, like the flashback stuff is actually really good. I found because I didn't want to watch because I don't want to see old guys rolling around on the ground fighting each other with I couldn't buy it, but the way they sell his the fight scenes with the old version of him, it's not bad. Like they're really well done. It's well laid out. They take a while, and he's not like he's not like a Marvel chick where he just kicks everyone's ass. It's a long drag out fight, and then the younger version of him just fucking kills it. Was that your beard, Blair?
No, it's the
cat.
I think the cat is teabagging the microphone.
Yep.
This is going crazy.
No, I'm actually getting assaulted here. He very much wants to cuddle. He's regularly taking my my microphone off.
Young Sheldon? I'm not watching Young Sheldon. No. That was wild.
A cat just warps through the screen at him.
Mhm.
Definitely clipping that one. All right, back to this guy.
President Camacho stood before the world and promised everyone that Joe would solve all their problems. He would not only end the Dust Bowl and heal the economy, but he would cure acne and car sickness as well. And if he didn't, President Camacho made another promise. He would kick Joe's smart balls all the way up to the roof of his smart mouth, and then he would throw his brainy ass back in jail.
Love it. I've got to watch that again.
Yeah.
That movie was so hard to find for like a decade after it came out. It was impossible to find anywhere. And then it had like a resurgence like around the time Trump was running the first time, and then you could find it everywhere.
Well, they had all those companies that were sponsors in there, and they thought they were getting they were going to be shown in a nice light. And then when they saw it, they were like, no. I mean, I don't even know if it got a theater release because everybody was so pissed.
Is that why you couldn't find it for the longest time?
Yeah. I mean, they tried to bury that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if it made it to theaters or if it went straight to video, but yeah, they did everything they could to bury it.
Dang.
Then it became a cult classic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They filmed that in Austin. And they left a lot of the structures up, and the people were not happy in Austin because they had a bunch of idiocracy sets left over.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's crazy.
This is not a video, but it's I guess an indicator of how wild people are with their crazy plans and their fear of, something that they should not be that scared of. But this is from Reddit of all places. So I had my husband make us up go bags weeks ago. I hoped, manifested, wished every day that we'd never have to use them. But here we are. It's happening.
Love it.
Yeah, it's happened. I'm just completely numb. I thought I'd be a mess right now, but nothing. I haven't even cried. My husband on the other side. And
oh God.
That explains why she's making him make up the go bags instead of, him preparing. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Is wailing, screaming, and banging his head off the kitchen cabinets. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He has a history of self-harm, and I'm terrified he's about to relapse.
Jesus.
Our daughters are crying and asking if they're safe. Well, not with your dad and your mom. Probably not.
Yeah.
They're the wrong people to ask if you're safe. And we had to compose ourselves and tell them that no, they're not. We are not as a family.
Oh God. The next paragraph.
Our lives here in this city are over. We've both lived here since birth, multiple generations of family born here, but we can't and won't let our trans daughters be taken from us.
What?
Plural.
Multiple. Plural.
Yeah. Jesus.
And that's exactly what's about to happen under Trump-Vance presidency, as residents in a deep, deep red state.
Hold on. You decided
Yes.
to have 2 tranny kids in a red state, and now you're complaining?
I know, right?
Yeah.
What?
I'm also going to go out on a limb and bet that the husband is a chick and the wife who's writing this is the guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh. All right.
That's why the
does line up.
husband's wailing and screaming in the kitchen.
Okay.
Banging his head against. Maybe just help him bang his heads against the cabinets and walk away from this whole problem.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I need to cry, but I just can't. I feel like I'm living a nightmare. Tay trouble.
God.
Insane.
Yeah,
This has to be a parody.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrific. If this was real and those are really their kids, there's those kids. This is like torture. This stuff.
Yeah, this is one of those things. Like, whenever I see something like this, I always want to click on the user and see what else they've posted, because a lot of times it is fake. I can't tell with this one. Like, there isn't a lot of activity, but it's. I'm going to say it's like there's like a 40% chance this one is real.
Did you find the actual account?
Yes.
Yeah. You're allowed on Reddit again? No? Yes?
I'm hella banned on Reddit.
He's been. We met because he got banned on. You got banned on Reddit. Sort of.
I was say nobody questioned my Reddit bona fides for being
No,
banned.
they didn't. 42% chance. You mean? Yeah. How can you tell? Go bags mean righties usually. That's true. I'm surprised by them planning ahead if they're lefties. Like this. Yeah, lefty preppers. Do those exist? They probably do. But instead of digging in like a prepper would, they're running or pretending to. Yeah, trans daughters.
Yeah.
Yeah, lefty preppers are just people that are making lists of righty preppers on who they're going to go attack.
Or beg if they can stay with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then look down at you the entire time. So yes, it's like it is all over the place, and that kind of stuff. Like that's not as funny as all the other stuff. It's just like even if that's a joke, or I hope it's a joke, someone took the time to write it out. And post it, and to even go through the thought process of that. Holy shit! Thank you, Leon. Luke Wilson with this has to be fake teeth. Right?
Oh yeah, those are fake teeth.
Yeah.
I think I know which movie this is from.
Bynes fake teeth. That's from the X-Files episode.
What's that? What's fake teeth?
So those are those like Amanda Bynes circa 2000 fake teeth.
This is all Jana. Thank you for sending me the videos and that Reddit clip. Appreciate it. And
oh, Luke Wilson's in the Horizon movies. I knew he was in something recently. There you go.
I watched the first one. It was good.
I liked it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, not yeah. This is go. Keep talking, Vex. Keep talking. Stall for me so I can find something I'm looking for.
I have nothing else to say. So women, eh?
Yes. Eh? They ruin everything.
I know, right?
Oh, this one everyone has seen, but it's worth looking at anyways and plugging your ears for.
Okay. Like we should plug our ears?
Yes, I would do that. Here we go.
I'm sorry. No. Why? Why? Do you really hate me that bad? I'm sorry. No.
Why is it always nurses?
I know, right?
Yeah, why is it always nurses?
I'm calling fake on that because she has a job.
Yeah.
All of the aluminum in those vaccines they got to get to stay up to date to work in the industry. Just
cracking them up.
Away the brains. Yep.
Here we go. This one. Lefty's losing it.
On Sky News? Oh.
Oh, this is a new one.
Sky News.
What the fuck? No! Bitch! You fuck! What the hell?
He does the Macarena.
Yes.
Scream to the north, scream to the south. You know what's a real crime here?
The voice?
That if you can grow a hair, why would you fuck it up so bad with that reverse mullet comb over thing?
Because he's mentally ill. That's why.
His personality is as patchworked as that sweater he was wearing.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say I'm calling real on that one. Like that.
Yeah.
That is a level of crazy that I don't
authentic
think us on the
feel.
right are good enough actors to fake.
Right. That's correct.
That's off the meds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Nose ring check.
I was just walking down the street to go get my medication because I'm out.
Is that
and I
Edna
need it for
Mode?
today.
It might be. She is incredible after all.
Right. Is that Edna Mode for the modern audience right there? This is
I was
an
gonna
incredible
say-
three peak.
Edna Mode is an impeccable dresser. That's not Edna Mode.
Right.
This-
She would
this
never
might
caught getting
be-
that.
This might be Edna Mode's trans daughter.
Oh, okay, fair.
Oh, damn it, Vex.
I like she starts off with, "I'm going to get my meds. Thank you for."
At least she's taking them.
Yeah, right.
Some of the time? Question mark.
I think believe that you guys are saying she quite a bit, and I don't want to be that person. But,
Okay.
No, it's
just wanna-
fine. Trump is president. We can say gay and retarded again.
Nice.
There we go. That's right. That's
I don't
all
think
the
you should have
shit's over.
stopped gay and retarded.
I never did stop.
No. They're too fun. And gay you can spell with a GH and people aren't sure what you're doing with it. So you're fine.
And I saw a woman walking her two kids, and she had this look on her face. And I looked at her, we made eye contact, and we both kind of nodded. Like we were both just devastated. And you could just tell in her eyes.
Why do people
I
cry in
thought-
the car so much?
Yeah, that's one question I have, but these are funny, but I know that all of these people are just doing it for clicks because no person has a breakdown and immediately thinks, "Oh, I should record this." Unless you're a woman, clearly.
Yes.
Yeah. I can't. Can you imagine being that woman? I mean, obviously, this didn't happen, but let's pretend for a moment that it did happen.
Mhm.
Like that woman on the other side of the street that accidentally made eye contact with this person was definitely not thinking, I feel the same way. She was definitely thinking, please, dear God, do not come over here and talk to me in front of my children.
Please don't hurt my children, please.
Either that or they really could identify each other when they looked at each other because they're like, wow, she looks as gay and retarded as me.
Well, here we go, people. We got Leon. Dude.
Hi.
The
Thanks for
trans
jumping in.
representation is here now.
Yeah,
safe.
thanks for sending me the link. Thank you. I'm sorry. I was caught off guard. So
Thanks for jumping in.
Yeah, no, happy to do it. I was actually trying to find something to do videos on. I realized all anyone wants to talk about is election stuff. So there's no good nerdy news. And I was like, you know what? Maybe fuck making videos tomorrow.
Hold on. Take Two just released their Q2 financials, so there's some stuff you can make a video on.
Oh yes, that's Take Two is exactly what I want to cover.
I was actually thinking this would be good. Like if you were Ubisoft, how are you not dropping your quarterly report today?
Right.
Oh.
Right.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Nobody ever see it.
Yeah, between the NFL trade deadline and the election, like you're ninth on the docket.
Yeah, you're right. Well, we would eventually pick up on it, but they get a few days grace for sure.
Yeah, they get a head start out the door running.
I was hoping this would be more of an obvious meltdown. It really wasn't.
It was more of a funeral dirge, wasn't it? They all came out in black and
They're all kind of weepy here, yeah. And
Yeah.
they're not like, I don't know. I really want to see Whoopi cry. But
I'm
like,
so
you know-
glad Patrick Swayze is dead, so he didn't have to live to see this.
Holy
Like
shit.
he had to kiss this woman.
Did he kiss her?
In Ghost, yeah.
Why would he kiss her?
she would be calling him a
Because she
racist. and
channeled
everything.
Demi Moore, and he kisses her because
Oh,
she's possessed by the
shit.
ghost of Demi Moore.
No, that's right. Yeah.
Yes, we love Anna Gasparian. No, I mean she always. I would like to look at her before, but then she would talk. But now, she's. I like the way she's talking. She's definitely pulling away from the left, and I'm impressed they let her stay on the show so long.
She's got me pulling something to the left.
It's November, Leon.
I also curve to the left, so
Yeah.
you know.
She'll meet you there. The color purple. Yeah, it's our favorite movie. Do not pay attention to the man behind the curtain. Definitely don't. Here we go.
So, how you feel? I'll start. Yeah, go ahead. My takeaway is that the system works. We live in a democracy. People spoke. This is what people wanted. I vehemently disagree with the decision that Americans made, but I feel very, very hopeful that we have a democratic system in this country. We should value it. We should love it. We should protest if the situation arises.
I mean, she's not completely insane right now. She's at least respectful of the democratic process.
Yeah, this was
All
the
of them.
normal. This was the normal part right up until they say, but we should censor all speech.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
what?
I didn't see that.
They go into a censorship talk.
They blame Elon and social media and
Yeah. It was because people on the right were able to influence everybody through speech.
But you guys hired a bunch of celebrities to make cringy videos for like a year. How is that not the same?
That should have offset everything.
Yeah.
Oh.
That we need to protest, which I'm sure it will. And I've been through this before with Nixon. It's been very difficult, but
You've
boy,
been through
oh
it
boy,
before with Trump.
Why reference Nixon?
I was gonna say, you do not want to be drawing attention to the fact that you were hanging out on this world when Nixon was president. Like this.
No.
Why not George W. Bush? Like,
yeah, true.
I don't understand the Nixon thing. Like, what will be the connection there for people who might know? I don't get that.
I thought women hated showing their age, so.
Well, yeah, she should.
But maybe she's referring to, somebody who supposedly committed crimes.
Okay. And that was
Yeah,
then
but-
actually that
but
stepped down.
Nixon stepped down. It's not like Nixon went for election after Watergate.
Right,
Well,
but he
he
was going to
bombed-
be impeached.
He
Yeah.
bombed Cambodia. That was their big betrayal of
Not Canada.
no, not Canada.
He should have bombed Canada, though.
If he bombed Canada, we'd have been like, okay.
It's not too late.
Cambodia.
But really focus on Toronto. The whole Vex run, first of all, Vex.
Well, Toronto, and let's not forget, Vancouver. Let's, and
Yeah.
the East Coast, all of the East Coast.
We were talking about bombing Canada, not China. I don't know how Vancouver got pulled into this.
I don't know. Okay, we got this one now too. Whenever guys are doing these videos,
It's so much worse. It's so much
Yeah.
worse when it's dude. Like when it's women, I was like, I already kind of assumed you were crazy on account of you're a woman. So it just sort of justifies my beliefs. When it's dudes, I get secondhand embarrassment.
I just automatically assume gay.
I was gonna say that, but I really do. I assume
Yeah.
gay every time. And he's wearing a Batman shirt, which I guess that's okay.
No.
But
This dude puts cucumbers up his butt in the shower, for sure.
Hey, Romeo.
You voted against me. You voted against my right to live. You voted.
Is that
Are you a fetus, bro? Is that why it's against your right to live?
I didn't, but if I wanted to, how would I go about doing
Trans. This is a trans.
It is trans, yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
It's a trans person.
Okay, the hairline makes sense then. Okay.
Oof.
Were you wanting instructions on what to do with the cucumber, Lord B? Is that
What's up, Devastator?
Where's that conversation going?
I was, I was like, how would I vote against this person? Like,
Oh, okay.
Is there an instruction manual somewhere? Do I have to be in a certain state?
You don't have to think that hard because they'll just kind of take themselves out by the time they reach 40 anyways.
Brutal.
I got 10 years left, baby.
Yeah, Nas, come carry me. Like, toss me over your big vampire shoulders and carry me down to the States. Get me out of here. Yeah, I don't know where. That's because they watch this stuff. on, and they for whatever reason believe it. Yeah, Trump won. Gay, we love gay people. Just this is like weird.
I think we talked about this already.
This guy?
No, I was going to say did we talk about how odd it is how much gay people love JD Vance?
Is he
Not
gay?
at all.
like his
Dude, a
eyeliner.
handsome man. What are you
Yes,
talking about?
the eyeliner, bright blue
Guyliner.
eyes thing has
He's a bit twinky looking, to be fair.
yeah.
He is.
I think
kinda.
even
Yeah.
Megan Kelly
look
was
like
saying she was a
you.
little bit wet watching the debate.
You don't like Megan Kelly, Vex?
Just thinking about her getting wet is just giving
Oh.
me the heebie-jeebies. That's all.
Opposite
No
effect
slushy
for me.
panties. Yeah. You're good, Romeo. Scream fuck autocorrect. Unrelated, I was watching Zulu, which I guess is probably makes me a bad person, but because I was cheering for the British. Michael Caine is super gay in that movie.
Oh yeah, he's very foppish.
He has guyliner on the entire time. I don't think I've ever
Mhm.
seen it in that quality before, and it's like holy shit. There's a subtext here that I didn't catch last time. There was in
Never
that
seen
movie. There were.
I
okay,
never thought I would hear you use the phrase guyliner. I'm gonna be real. Like no one else thinks that was interesting.
No.
Oh, come on, Zach has that Riz. He's with it. He's hip.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, I am. Taka. But then in that movie, there's a whole lot of African Zulu warriors, and they had these spears, and what they would do with these spears is they would chuck them. Did you guys know that?
Oh no, I wasn't aware of that. Please tell me
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, I was
What's the
shocked.
official term for that? Can you?
Sorry, what?
What's the official
Sorry?
term? I don't think you said it at all.
African warrior.
Oh
dude,
no,
all I
but you
know
said
is-
something about a spear. What's the spear term? I thought that was like official lingo.
They did. Yeah, they chucked them. Yeah, Chat knows. They would chuck them.
Yes, dude, I've been a Public Enemy fan my whole life. Like I'm a dude, rapper dude, Chuck D. Spears, main brand.
Are you supposed to say like slang? Like they slanged them spears? Is that better? Is that more?
I thought it was like a
2024?
slang chucker is what you were alluding to. So I thought that was an official term.
Oh, no, well, they chucked those spears. Like they were excellent at that. They practiced that. Yeah, woodchuck's job. You could tell they would chuck spears all day, given the chance. So
Interesting, fascinating.
yeah.
So unironically, I do feel like we need to give the Zulus a shout out. They actually beat Copa's people. Like that's wild. The Italians were the only ones of the Europeans to drop one. It was the fucking Italians.
They dropped a lot. Like they got a lot. They did really well for like 400 years, and like so we focus on that. And really, it's been disappointing ever since, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
And they were colonized quite a few times, and then they remember World War II when they like got bullied into losing. Like, we don't really want to do this, but I guess we have to do this, and then you did it poorly, and yeah.
World War II is kind of amazing though, because like Italy was sort of like a like a poodle. Like they would sort of yip in the heels of like whoever's winning. They would switch sides. I don't know. I find
Yeah.
Italy kind of adorable when you look at World War II history.
Oh, we've taken it too far.
No.
Nas is leaving.
Thank you. Come again.
There you go. I want to hear the end of this guy's whatever it is.
You voted against all the women and their rights. I hope you enjoy your cheap fucking gas.
I will.
I
You
plan on
should.
it.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank you, I
drive
will,
a
yes.
Denali, so yes, very much so. Like
He defended his own case there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's not the
Your
burn you
terms
think it
are
is, sir.
acceptable.
Thank you. Yeah. We appreciate you for what you've done. This
It was
is
very kind of him to wish us well.
this is another one. So this is the one that we also have to play. This is from TV, not from movies, but it's required. He's a Democrat, but we still liked his character.
Oh yeah, that is on my list too.
West Wing. Yep. And
Never watched it.
No, it was good back. I don't know if it's good now, but it was good then.
He was like the president we think the president should be and act the way it should be.
Yeah.
Instead of what they really are.
Oh, he's a fucking raging shitlib, though. Literally every episode of this show ends with, and then we gave an impassioned speech, and the Republicans stopped being mean and did what the Democrats want. Fuck Jed Bartlett.
Yeah. To be fair, that actually does sound like how the Republicans handled shit all throughout 2020 to 2024. Like,
yeah,
not too far off. Yeah.
I picked this particular clip because this is like the I thought AJ might be here. Unfortunately, he's not with us, but this really this is how reparations got started. I think that this is what this is for, and so if you're out there, AJ, this clip is for you, and I hope this inspires you to get what you deserve.
I'm giving mine away. To whom? To whom? Funny you should ask.
At least he corrects his English.
Charlie, my father gave this to me, and his father gave it to him. And now I'm giving it to you. Take a look.
Was that his way of saying, here you go, my boy?
Yes.
The fully tapered bolster allows for sharpening the entire edge of the blade.
I've never watched West Wing.
This is like his page. This guy who is, he's one of the main characters, but he's doesn't have a ton of power because he's black, so he can't have a lot of power. They say.
Is that actually why he has so little power? Because he's black?
I think no. I think he got the job because he's black. Really, like in the show to an extent, because they wanted to diversify. Because everyone there was white and effective, so they they made some changes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
This
No,
is
but
a-
he was.
No,
Sorry, go.
unironically, in the context of the show, he doesn't have a lot of power in the West Wing because the Jewish guy calls all the shots.
Of course.
That is not a joke. That is actually in canon. The explanation.
I mean, that's just like the real world then. So, I mean, kudos to West Wing for that authenticity there.
Yep, little accidentally based coming from Aaron Sorkin.
You beat me to the joke, you fuckers in the chat.
It says PR. I thought I knew them all, but I don't recognize the manufacturer.
Yeah, these were made for my family by a Boston silversmith named Paul Revere.
I hope he says, "Who's that?"
I'm proud of you, John.
Thank you, sir.
So I'm all paid up, right? Okay, we good?
Yeah, that's right. We're done. We're good here now. I'm sorry about slavery, but you've got to go take your spear and do what you do with it, son.
He really gifted a black man a spear.
It's probably not a spear, but it could be a spear.
Let's be honest, it's a spear. Come on, who
I
are we
assumed it was like a blunderbuss or some shit. Like,
No, tapered for sharpening.
oh, that's true. He did say taper for sharpening, didn't he?
He did.
Unironically, that scene is exactly how I imagined Joe Biden giving Thomas Jefferson's flute to Lizzo.
Oh God, yeah. Jesus.
Just don't stick it up there. That's all.
Too late.
This one time in
Diversity
band
hire.
camp.
Should have called the show The Left Wing. Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Oh, good one.
Yep. Martin Sheen is an a-hole in this series. What a great character. Yeah. By a silversmith. Maybe. Well.
Yeah, does anybody just hope that the scene from The Departed would just come to fruition? You all know the scene.
Oh, the opening the elevator?
No. With Martin Sheen, they throw him off the fucking roof.
That is true. Why would a silversmith be making spears? Who could say? Or knives, even. I think he made spoons, didn't he?
I actually looked it up. It's
a Glock.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. Paul Revere was making Glock switches. God, that would be the only way the founding fathers could be cooler.
This is an ad from LeBron. You You guys LeBron James fans?
No.
Not even remotely.
More of a Kobe guy myself.
Good taste. So these guys are reacting to his commercial he paid for that he put out there last week, and they're black. So I thought if I put them on here reacting to it, then I'm safe.
Oh, okay.
I laughed my ass off. You sent me this like 3 days ago.
Yeah. I forgot. I was going to use it last week, and I ran out of time. But fuck, here we are. This is the LeBron James commercial and their reaction to it.
Please go back.
That's one of my buddies. We had fun. We carved watermelons together. It was awesome.
No, I'm not a racist.
He doesn't.
They're taking black jobs now. The whole country's going to be like, it'll be like Detroit. A lot of it's about the genes, isn't it? Don't you believe? They're poisoning the blood of our country.
Those are literal illegals.
Troublemaker.
That just made me angry.
These are troublemakers.
That's why they getting reparations. That just made me
versus the people who built America.
That's why they getting
reparations.
That just made me livid. Did you just compare? Did you just compare black Americans to illegal aliens
during the Jim Crow time?
LeBron James
and went through slavery in America.
Is he that dumb?
That's crazy.
I love you, LeBron. LeBron James.
It's not that, bro.
Yeah, I think he missed the mark on that one.
LeBron is that dumb.
So unironically, I have tremendous respect for LeBron James, the basketball player. Been a phenomenal player for 20 years. But I actually think this is a better commercial than most of the Kamala ads. Now, that is not a high bar, but there's at least swelling music and like a thesis to it, where most of hers normal ones have just been awful.
Well played, Dax.
Yeah, that's the win. But like, I don't think that this is the audience that he's really reaching them with this.
No, it's not.
It does like have the veneer of like, oh, compelling, but it's, if you actually took the time to look at it, you're like, what the fuck? And it really is pulling the most out of context stuff you possibly could.
I love how I know they're not part of the same sign, but it says "We demand the right to vote everywhere?" Question mark. The other side behind it.
I know you can only vote at one polling place.
No, everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, he's not
right,
reading that part.
everywhere.
But wow, it's just the brainwashed of the black people.
No, you gotta be dumb, bro.
Play the rest of the video. Clark clip after this?
Play the rest of the video.
Can we watch the Ryan Clark clip?
No, that's what we're gonna watch.
I'm just messed up.
Separate.
The illegals. It's that ESPN. I'm telling you, a Nike ESPN thing. I think they doing it for the check, bro.
Play the rest of the video.
They got
please.
paid to post this. No, this is
Play the rest of
crazy,
the
bro.
video,
This is
please.
kind of sad, bro.
It is
Because now
sad.
you're
It
trying to
is
compare.
sad.
No,
You
it's
Yes. Let's keep going.
You compare people
immigrants.
that actually fought for our actual rights. No, fought in wars, fought for countless things in America.
Let's talk about that. People fought and died for our right to have everything we have in America. LeBron is a literal billionaire with his own building at Nike.
Man,
and you won't
he
hear
has-
spreading propaganda that America is racist. You are literally
I like this guy.
He's great. So these guys' videos have been popping up my recommended feed since you sent me that one, because that's how the fucking algorithm works, and they're actually pretty great. I've watched 2 more of theirs. They're pretty great.
Yeah.
I've watched a few of theirs too. I think I saw one where they react to hockey's biggest hits or something, and they're like, "Holy shit!" I had no idea.
We're allowed to fight in hockey. Totally different thing.
we literally just in New York City 2 days ago, and he has 6 ads on every big screen of LeBron James, of his face.
Bro,
6 ads.
He told the Lakers
running.
to draft his son, and they did.
Your son is in the NBA. Your kids go to.
I can respect that though. Like, who else could pull that shit off?
Who are these guys, by the way? I want to search up this video.
Karche
I
family.
really bet his son puts the tism and nepotism.
Karche fam. How do you spell that?
Cartier.
Oh, Cartier. Okay.
Yeah. Here you go.
You got to take down Sentient's chat so we can see it.
Oh, I got it. Thank you.
Like Jacques Cartier. Done. Look at that. That's my boomer history knowledge for you. We love Hitler.
Private school in Los Angeles, and you on here posting rhetoric about racism. If America was racist, you wouldn't be able to do any of that.
No.
If America was racist, you would not be one of the biggest athletes in American history, in the history of the world, if America was racist. America gave you everything you have, and you sitting here talking about America is racist. Do y'all ever notice?
Come on.
Do y'all ever notice it's always the black millionaires and billionaires telling us that we victims and America's racist?
That's another way of crabs in a bucket. They don't want to see us to go up, bro. They don't want to see regular Americans knowing information, brother. That's what it is, man.
It's so hard.
It's a plantation.
This is the second stream I've been on today that crabs in a bucket has come up. That's weird.
That is weird. What are the odds?
What does that mean? Crabs in a bucket.
So when a crab, if you have a whole bunch of crabs in a bucket and one tries to climb out and actually gets to the top, the other crabs will pull it back in.
Oh,
like
okay.
Nobody's getting out if it's just constantly pulling the one successful one back down, that kind of thing.
Rock'em Sock'em Hockey. That's Don Cherry, who was unfairly fired by the bullshit CBC over having a little bit of patriotism and then being taken out of context by everybody else. Fuck them.
Yep.
I'm American. What the fuck are you talking about? This
Don Cherry. Don Cherry. He said, do you know who Don Cherry is?
I assume a hockey player, but I have no idea.
Player and coach legend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolute legend. And he was like on CBC, which is a national broadcaster, covering hockey. He used to like hit the highest rated between period show because he would kind of tell it like it is. And he was talking about Remembrance Day, which is November 11th for us. I don't know what you have Memorial Day, right? Is that the same?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he was talking about how he didn't see people wearing poppies anymore. And he said that he saw these new people moving to Canada, immigrants moving into Canada, and they're not wearing poppies. And he's like, well, he said, if you're going to live here, you should learn about what the poppy means and wear one. And, because that's the freedom that allows you to come and live here. And so they called him a racist and fired him.
Yep. And I think it wasn't only, I think it was only till like last year that he started having like any sort of online resurgence. Like they just buried him.
Yeah.
For like 4 years.
Okay, so how long ago was this then?
2019.
Yeah.
So the dude was ostracized for effectively half a decade, almost.
Yeah,
and he's old.
Because he said that you should respect Canadian culture and history. He got fired.
I mean, to be fair, you shouldn't. Maybe he was wrong.
Well, that was a tough one because most people do just kind of. But he wasn't
wrong. No,
He's
he wasn't wrong at all. All of these fucking foreigners come here and they don't know what it is to be Canadian. And the Canadian government is just like, immigration is the Canadian image. So you come here and there's no like style, there's no character, there's nothing that's unique about Canada. It's literally just looks like asylum gulags in every city that you go to.
Okay, so, I'm actually not asking this question to be a dick or to make a joke. Because we talked about this on my show last night, like what it meant to be American, and you like clearly had thoughts on it, even though you're Canadian. What does it mean to be Canadian? I'm truly curious.
There is no Canadian image. There's no Canadian spirit.
I mean, maybe not now. Was there ever
No, like I don't think there ever was. So like back when they overhauled like the Immigration Act in the 80s, basically the entire Canadian image became immigrants. Like it was like the multiculturalism melting pot, right? So there's like the whole symbol of the maple leaf and maple syrup and all that. But those are jokes more than they are actual like iconography of Canadian culture. Right. So if you ask someone like what does it mean to be Canadian, they're going to tell you it's like multiculturalism and not being racist and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there's like even our history, if you take like a history class here, they're not telling you about the history of how the nation was like actually settled. They'll give you the Cliff Note points. Instead, they'll spend about 10 years teaching you about how Canadians fucking suck because they put some, Redskins in some residential schools 150 years ago. That's it.
Now Zax, you're like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years older than Zach, and then Vex, you're like 36, 37.
I'll take it. Thanks. Yeah.
No, I got you, brother. Do you share the sentiment, or do you have like a different vibe considering you come from a different generation?
Yeah, I mean, I do. But she's not wrong that is what they push now. That's the message that they do push. But people have it's a lot of Canada is about independence and then pushing back strongly whenever there's any kind of a reason to. But it has to be a really good reason. And once we do get engaged in something, like for example, we committed like some of the most war crimes in World War II and World War One.
Yep, that's true.
We were like completely, I think we were fantastic, but the narrative now is that we were awful. But like the Canadians relished in that stuff because if they're going to be there, we're going to get the job done. And because coming out of that time, Canada is still like mostly rural and not settled. Most of where the province I live in, 2/3 of it is completely empty, except for like fly-in reserves. Like you can't even drive there. So that's where we're from, and it's a bit more of a rustic background. So the guys who went to fight World War I and II, they were like farmers, they were loggers. Like these guys worked with their hands. They weren't working in factories. The
narrative here in America is that you guys fought in World War II for like 2 weeks. So if you had the most war crimes and you did it for 2 weeks, that's some efficiency. Like,
oh, we were there before you guys were.
We had Japanese concentration camps on the West Coast.
So did we. Don't feel special.
You guys, we didn't have a choice because we were like, to an extent, we're still connected to England, so we were already there.
Yeah.
Now, World War One, we were there, and we did well in World War One. We won some pretty crazy battles. We also had some pretty crazy losses, like in terms of men lost, but they were able to take stuff because of their approach was no prisoners. We had to go get it done, and they were also got annoyed that they were always on the front lines because the British would put us first, like they used to put the Irish first. But it's true, like we have to go over the top every time first, and so they got angry about that, and they took it out on the Germans.
You guys ever heard J.J.
That's
McCullough?
actually pretty badass.
Yes, I have heard of him.
Yeah, he did a thing about they don't have much of a Canadian identity in the YouTube community up there either.
It's there, but it's just the younger people. It's up to us to educate them. So I've done that with my kids on some of that stuff. But my grandparents, we have a guy who's from where I live. His name was Tommy Prince. He's fucking unbelievable badass. He was the Devil's Brigade. He went into a German camp, a Nazi camp at night by himself, and he drew markers across their necks in their sleep with a red marker and then wrote the messages to them like, this is just the beginning, I'll be back. And they woke up and they're all alive, and that terrified them, so they then spread the message out. And he went and cleared an entire installation by himself, an entire mountain on his own at night, slitting throats. Like,
I want to see an anime of this dude.
There's a poorly done animated special about him, but he's one of the biggest, I guess. He won every award you could get. He came back to here, got treated like shit because he was indigenous, and then he went back and fought in Korea. So
Damn, so homie just didn't give a fuck. Like, white people, yellow people, doesn't matter. I'm gonna kill anybody. Again, respect. Maybe you Canadians are more all right than I thought.
They relish it. This is Don Cherry. This is the guy who got fired. He's an icon here. And this is all he said.
That was it.
That was Durant. Yeah.
That's what they fired him for. CBC though is completely funded by the Canadian government. Keep that in mind.
Aside from his unfortunate phrase of "you people," what the fuck was wrong with that?
Nothing was wrong with that.
He's standing up for veterans, which he always has done. That's kind of what he does in his, like, when he's not covering hockey, is he's trying to help veterans because he respects what they did, and
Canadian government ain't fucking helping them at all. So
no, we have a long history of like the people here stepping up and doing well, and our government stepping down and falling over for us.
What was the level of outrage from the normal Canadian people about this?
A lot of people were actually rightfully upset about this because it was a ridiculous thing to get fired over.
Yeah, right. People stopped watching CBC. People stopped watching hockey. It was a big issue, but it was just like you guys with the media. They were every chick ever who's been on TV, and for whatever reason, black dude is also saying, "Oh, it's horrible. Well, you know, he's been doing this stuff for long enough. He's got to go." And because it's a government paid network, he's just gone, and he doesn't matter what ratings he pulled in, and then people wouldn't touch him for a while after that, which is just ridiculous.
Yeah,
I think even
I
like
think Tucker
CBC's.
Carlson. Oh, sorry, Vex, go on.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, if I remember correctly, like CBC, like Hockey Night in Canada took a severe dip in viewership after his firing as well for a long time.
I don't watch it anymore. Like I don't watch. I won't. I mean, unless it's the playoffs and the Jets are in it, then maybe. But otherwise, you know, I have some standards. I don't know. But that's very similar. Like he should not be controversial, and he wasn't wrong. And the guy who sat next to him and who got his partner the job years ago with the network, he stabbed him in the back over the whole thing.
Turned his back on him completely. Yep.
Yeah.
After in the clip going,
I
yes.
was gonna say, Tucker Carlson should have been fired for what he said, and he went way spicier than that. So like, I'm trying to think of the closest comparison I can make, and it's that. And Tucker Carlson was like, "Oh yeah, the CIA actually did in fact kill JFK," and this dude's like, "Hey, veterans are cool." I'm so fucking confused.
It is really hard as an American, if you don't travel to Canada regularly, to understand how much of an occupied country Canada is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, when you go to Toronto, like I spent a week in Toronto and I didn't see a white person. Like it's wild up there. And you know, we think our politics is crazy and our free speech stuff is bad. If you go to Canada, it's nuts. You know, and as far as the national identity there, I think Vex is right. I think it did die in the 80s, but there was a time in the 70s where Canada was big into the the adventurer northern spirit. That was kind of their identity. But also there was with Quebec and then the other provinces, there was more attachment to their European,
the French Canadian
parent nations than we've ever had. So I guess up to that point, Zach, would you say that's fair? I mean, a lot of your songs are about exploring the winter wastelands, that kind of thing.
Yeah, a lot of our music is storytelling like that.
I was gonna say the books about like the Great Canadian North and stuff like that, you could still find those when I was going to school in the 90s, like here and there. They were still in the libraries at least.
Yeah.
So I was familiar with that because of that. But if you go to the library now, because I work with children, I'll take them to the library. You don't find any of that in a library anymore.
That is
was Gary Paulson the children's author? Was he Canadian? Because like the book Hatchet was like the biggest book ever for kids. I mean, I read in like third grade, loved it. And, like his plane crash is in the Canadian wilderness. It's like this survival story. There's like a whole series of them. And like I was obsessed with that series of books when I was a kid. Like, man, I would love to fucking crash in the Canadians and see if I could like. Was Gary Paulson Canadian? I don't know.
No, he's American.
So there's a time when we actually revered parts of Canada. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the parts of Canada are still there and they're still fine. It's just the government that really it depends where you live. If you're in Toronto, you're going to see all of it. Or if you're in Southern Ontario, that's most of the population is Quebec and Ontario, or Vancouver. The rest of the country is very different and they're different from each other. It's a big fucking place. So like Alberta is our Texas, if you want to use that comparison. It's not the same, but it would be our version of that. And the
like as in like a population that just says fuck you to literally everyone else.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And actually tries to stand up for the people. Is it like Alberta's the only province trying to actually stand up for its people?
Yeah, and they do represent their own people as best they can. And people move there because of that. And their taxes are way lower than anywhere else. And they had oil, which helped, but then like the problem with our system, which you guys hopefully will be able to avoid now, but they're looking to do, like that's what Elon Musk was talking about. That's what James Fetterman was talking about on Rogan too, about your system, that they keep flooding your swing states with immigrants who are going to vote for them. Eventually, you have a one-party system too, which is kind of what we have, where even if you have an Alberta where it has all this wealth and it's well managed and run, well, then the federal government they don't have a say in how they're covered because we're so federal here now. The state system you have is way better than anywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
But you could lose that if you have a uniparty taking over state by state. Hey, B Mozart. So I really don't want to see that for you guys. Like for me here, I live in the prairies. We have not a high population. I don't have the same issues that I would have in Toronto or Vancouver even. Vancouver's too expensive because the Chinese bought it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ontario's like that even in the rural. Like I've traveled up and down sideways throughout all of Ontario. Even when the people are a little less crazy when you get to the rural parts, but they're still fucking crazy. They still all bought into the Canadian history bad. We have to give our reparations and forgiveness to the native people and all this bullshit. I hate this province.
Have you guys watched Letterkenny? Zach?
Oh yeah,
I have. Yes.
Yeah. Is that a good representation of a portion of Canada?
A portion, yes.
Culture-wise?
A portion that no longer exists, like that I've found anywhere anymore.
They're here. In
Okay.
the prairies, it is like that. In the small towns, that's a
Okay.
good representation of that. Like Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Alberta, it's very much that, and parts of Ontario maybe too. I don't know. I can't speak for
Well,
that.
that Letterkenny's supposed to be Sudbury, and I've
I
been to
know.
Sudbury a lot, and no one talks like that in Sudbury anymore.
No.
Nobody.
Actually,
It's,
I think only Shoresy is in Sudbury.
Oh,
Letterkenny
I'm
is
confusing
a-
them. Yes.
Yeah,
you're right.
Shoresy is the hockey show, and that's Sudbury.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Letterkenny was just fictional, city in somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank
It's
you
a-
for correcting me. Yeah.
It's wild in Canada. We were talking about, our Haitian immigrants in Springfield, how basically it's brutally unfair that the government brings in a bunch of immigrants. They then pay for their housing, their food, their whatever. The native workers get laid off and can't get jobs because the government pays half the salary. So the immigrants basically make half of what they would otherwise from the business. And people in America were very upset about that. In Canada, that's the standard.
Yep.
Like, it is crazy. They are literally paying to go unemployed because it is cheaper for businesses to hire Indians. It's wild how bad it is there.
It's not even like it's worse than you think, because like if you own a 3 Tim Hortons franchises, for example, what you'll do is you then buy apartment buildings, which you then use to import immigrants to, or temporary foreign workers, as they call them, who then, this is like, it's like a little bit slavish, a little bit, because
You charge them rent and then put them to work in the restaurant.
and you take the rent off of their check.
Yeah.
But they
Indentured
still
servitude.
get anywhere from $4,000 to $9,000 a month though from the federal government for
Right.
coming here. So it's like, yeah, they're getting paid pennies to work at Tim Hortons, but all of their they're making far more than an actual Canadian citizen, regardless.
And during the whole vid stuff, the only people who were exempt from having to show vaccination proof to come into Canada were foreign workers. Temporary foreign workers didn't have to, and they would work in the food industry. So that was the exclusion they used. And then so you couldn't go in a restaurant and order food unless you could show proof of vaccination or whatever. But you could work there if you weren't from Canada.
God.
It's like,
It's kind of amazing because I remember I was probably 22 or something at the time, and I was talking with this dude. I was at a convention, and one of the big guests was a Canadian voice actor because there's like a big Canadian dubbing industry and whatnot. And I was making some Canadian jokes to him, and found out that like the original, because in America we romanticize like cowboys and whatnot. Like that's such a spirit of Americana, the old West cowboy. And that was apparently that started up in Canada. And we like co-opted that from you guys, like the long cattle drives amongst 2 dudes with lassos and a bunch. It's like I've always thought that as a purely American thing. When he was like, no, you guys actually stole that from us. Like the whole old West and whatnot was after we'd already sort of popularized the idea of thousands of mile cattle drives where you're just roughing it. And I don't know. It was so mind breaking for me to figure out that was not like a USA origin thing.
I mean, I don't know, like a lot of my family are farmers still. And so like I grew up in a lot of rural areas. So that's why like I guess I see I have a different view of it, but like I don't know if we were like at the same time as you guys because I love the the whole Western American ethos and everything in it, fucking awesome. But like I've done like growing up, I went on like it was a 2-week trail ride to like reenact the boundary marker so that you would to decide like where Canada and the U.S. was. It was with wagon trains on horseback, and we did this. It went on for like months, but I was there for 2 weeks, and that was like a normal thing that like people. As long as you had horses, which my family didn't, I didn't, but you know, my family had lots of them. And so we would go on these rides, and my cousin's kid just he had a rodeo scholarship to New Mexico. Like that's, so there is that culture, and it's very strong in the rural areas. It's totally different from the city. Like there's no connection. And one of the things that helps it is people who come here for the first time, they don't want to live there. Like they don't want to go live on a farm. They want to live in the city.
I hear that a lot about people that move out to Alberta and Saskatchewan and stuff. They move out there because it's super cheap, and they get there and they can't handle life because it's too crowded over here in Toronto and Vancouver and everything else.
I've heard that is true, and they end up going back.
Yep.
Or freezing to death trying to get to you guys, which happens every year. Sneaking Pink Pony Club, baby, give it to me.
Oh, dude, I'm obsessed with that bitch, Chapel Roan. I don't know if anyone's been listening to her music or not. She's a hardcore lefty, but her music is so fucking good.
My wife likes her. She's a big fan.
Who is? She just popped out of nowhere. She came out of nowhere, literally.
She's from my hometown, and so like it was one of those things that like we'd sort of seen her blowing up in the city and whatnot years ago, and then she sort of went out there, did the American Dream. Like big fan, love her music. I know she's all of her songs about like trans rights and lesbian activism and whatnot, but I find myself in the car, Pink Pony Club, I'm bumping it, dude. It's like such a little homo.
I gotta get out of here soon, but I know we're gonna lose Vex quickly. I want to show this video. Like these are.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, these are women.
Yeah.
No, one is a conehead.
He looks like a gay actor. I can't quite remember, but
Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, Patton Oswalt.
Yes. Yeah. He killed his wife, right? Didn't he?
Yep, he did. Allegedly.
I was gonna say, wait, is that confirmed?
There's pretty strong circumstantial evidence that he did kill her.
Ooh, spicy.
Mm-hmm.
I hated him even before the COVID stuff.
Fucking same. He has never been funny. He was the worst part King of Queens.
Wow, that's a good pull. That's an old pull.
King of Queens?
Yeah.
He was an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. too.
Well, that didn't go the way we had hoped. Not at all. Or expected. Yeah, I mean, for him to win the popular vote? Are you kidding me? I did not know our country was that full of racist bastards.
God, I wish.
It's going to be an all-out war on the LGBTQ plus, on women, on people of any color other than Blanco or Blanca or whatever.
Did you culturally appropriate?
Yeah, shouldn't she be saying like Blanc X or something? Like,
yeah. What's up, Gal Pavel?
Can I just on a serious note point out? I see all these videos of these liberals saying that racism is a problem in the U.S. and my husband is a redneck. He's a fucking redneck from Florida. Okay. We've been across Georgia. We've been through the Deep South, and I have felt more racism here in multicultural Canada than I have in the Deep South, surrounded by rednecks. They have been nothing but absolute sweethearts to me. They have not blinked twice. I mean, they blinked twice because they're like, "You're not the kind of brown we're used to. What kind of brown are you?" But they've never treated me differently.
It's because it's not true.
Not
It
feathered.
really isn't. So it's just like it kind of blows my mind that there are people in your own country that think this when it's so easy to go and see it is quite the opposite.
So much of this coming from a certain side in this country is just pure projection.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy to me.
I've only met 2 like actual legitimate racists my entire life that were like very openly and proudly racist. Well, okay, I mean, I'm probably
No,
have
other
more
than
when I'm not
Zach's?
knowing it, but like in terms of people that like are very proudly open about it, will talk about it openly in Walmart. Like you'll see a black person and be like, "Oh, look at that," and we're over there. Like only 2 entire life. So I'm just saying it seems like a pretty small minority, oddly enough.
I think what they've done, what's different that I found in the states where I've been is like Canada. It's really like a mixed, and so there's not a big presence but you guys are so segmented in some areas where I've been. But I went to Cincinnati to go watch a football game, and like I was the only white person in certain parts of Cincinnati. I didn't think about it until I was there, and I'm like, there's no one else. Like I took the bus. And I guess white people don't take the bus there because it was just me, and but here you would have a mix of it was only black people and then this guy, and then I've never noticed that before anywhere.
That's how certain parts of like St. Louis, for example, is like St. Louis is touted. Oh, it's one of the most dangerous cities in the world in the U.S. Always in the top 10. And like, don't get me wrong, maybe it is when you're looking at per capita crime. Man, I go to St. Louis about 6 times a year, every year, always downtown, frequently only white dude minus my buddy who I usually travel with. And like, never had an issue for well over a decade now. Never had an issue. You walk into a fucking, convenience store or whatever, and then you're the only white people in there. It's like, oh, you buy your vodka, you get out. Like it has never been an issue. I struggle to find how people can actually have these narratives and believe them if they've gone to any city that has any sort of quote unquote diversity. Like, are there black dudes out there committing crimes? Yeah, but the black population is so high, especially against other black people. It's not like white people lynching them and shit like that. Like, I don't get it.
Well, I mean,
I want to say quickly, I never felt at risk, by the way. That's not what I was saying. I just was the one guy who stuck out. That's all. Go on, sorry.
Look at these 2 people. Do you think these 2 people spend any amount of time around black people?
Fuck no.
I mean, this is the people who accuse the people of being racist the most are the people who never spend any time around black people to begin with. And it goes back to the Martha's Vineyard thing. We love immigrants right up until we actually have to deal with them, in which case get on the fucking bus. So I mean, I think that plays a huge part of it. But I mean, Leon, you talk about America's crime problem. America's crime problem is 43 blocks in the entire country. If you can stay out of those 43 blocks distributed among 23 cities, you're fine. It's not a big deal.
It's just crazy because like you even have like at least where I am, I don't know if it's the same for you, Zax, but I'll have when I mention that my husband is in Florida, it's just like, oh well, be careful, they're racist down there. Have you been down there? No. I just see on the news that they're like it's that bad over here that I'm being warned about Americans by Canadians that have never been to America.
And
that's the level of brainwashing.
The Florida part is hilarious, Vex, because I've been to Florida a lot. And let me tell you, Florida is legitimately one of the actual most diverse places, at least in the big cities. Like you like as opposed to being in St. Louis, you're like, oh, I'm the only white person in a crowd of black people. When you go to St. Louis, you're like, oh, Latino, black, white. You're some sort of something that I can't really tell, but I can tell you're not white. Like all sorts of shit in Florida.
It's wild. But then these are also the same people that will go on vacation to Orlando over Christmas holiday.
What if it's so racist? How are all these fucking different people getting along and shit? Like
I don't get it, bro. Like it's like even like this happened with the last election too. But like kids will come and tell me like because like they like Trump because of the memes, right? There's like the Dancing with Beyonce thing that was trending, so they're just like, oh, I just want Trump to win because of the Dancing with Beyonce song. And they'll say that in school, and one of their teachers will overhear it. And there's 2 elections now that I've heard these stories come out, and the teacher will just tell them like, you shouldn't be saying that you like Trump at all. Harris is the better one, and they'll go on spiels. It's the level of brainwashing up here is like insane. I don't want to be in Canada. Save me. Donald
So-
Trump, save me, please.
Just fly down to Mexico and
There you go.
walk on up.
Walk up. Yep.
Just walk. No, just walk over from here. Or you
No,
step through
they'll
ID
send me
away.
back. They'll send me back.
You're not from here. How dare
No.
they assume you're from Canada?
Now with this administration, they won't.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
People
hurry.
don't believe.
But
this
hurry.
government.
Yeah. You got like 2 months. Get it in now.
Like Vex, do you understand that America now has 7% of Venezuela's total population within our border?
Yep. That's insane. That's absolutely insane to me.
Not for long though.
God, I hope not.
I think he's
Practic-
already announced day one. He's
Yes.
doing a full sweep. Yep.
So hurry, go. Vex.
But then I'm just
Godspeed.
gonna be swept out, dude.
See, you're trying to be like you're trying to do the Canadian thing and be legal about everything. You got to stop.
I'm gonna say, get in America, do what the Haitians do. Get in America, find
Yeah.
a guy, get knocked up, and bam, your kid's an American citizen.
It's. I've actually looked into the legality of that, and it's not that easy at all. Like, not even close.
Hi, Tina, and hello, Lucy. Thanks for subscribing. So there, but okay, the narrative stuff here with one thing is the kids roll their eyes at it. They're being taught by white chick teachers who are trying to put these things to them, and the kids like who've grown up here together as they've been mixed the whole time, they really do roll their eyes at it, and then they push back at the teachers. They had a teacher, one of my kid had a teacher who had to apologize to the class because she was talking about racism and slavery and kept gesturing to this black kid in the class. But he's like, he stood up this, he said, first of all, stop calling me black. I'm Eritrean. I'm not black. And second of all, no one in my family was ever a slave, so can you quit pointing at me? And then he left the room. And then she had to apologize to everyone because he's like, and all the kids are laughing at the teacher because they grew up with this kid. They know his history. He's not. And so they're teaching this American stuff of the black thing. But most of our black people are from Africa, like directly. It's not the same as the African American experience. And they don't like that they're seen that way.
No, actually, it is the same as the African American experience. Pop quiz. Do you know how many, what the percentage of population that at the height of slavery, mind you, the height of slavery, do you know what the population or percentage was that owned slaves in America?
1%?
Close, 2%.
Yeah, 2.
That's crazy.
2% of Americans own slaves, and yet all black people here are apparently descended from slavery, and we need reparations. Like that math doesn't check out.
They don't.
I think it's even wilder than that. I think
They're
it's something
Arab,
like-
they claim, right? Eritreans.
He goes by like he's
Eritreans.
Eritrean.
I think.
But yeah, so the teacher had to apologize because they're just the teacher's making these assumptions, and the kids all know each other already, and so they don't buy any of it. And it's hard for them, I think, to get some of these kids to their side because, at least in this community, they all from kindergarten, like you're not gonna trick them into hitting each other. It's just not gonna happen, and that tends to carry. Another story. He got kicked out of my older kid got kicked out of the bar. One night, I had to go pick him up, and because we can go in the bar at 18 years, so suck on that for a bit. He's at the bar, he's wearing his sunglasses, and they kicked him out for that. And I said, well, who'd you go with? And two of his friends went with black, and so they were both wearing sunglasses too. And I said, well, they can't kick them out, so that's why they kicked you out. And he couldn't get it. Like he doesn't see the world that way. Maybe he should, but he didn't see that he'd be treated differently than these other two guys because they're friends and they're black and they're all wearing sunglasses to the bar and it's cool. But no, white guy got to go.
Dude, so when I was in 7th grade, I joined the track team and whatnot, and it was like for context, lived in a small hick town, whatnot. We had like a 1,200 population, so we had like 4 black kids and a single Mexican. That was that. Everything else was white. That was our school, and So we're getting on the bus, our very first trap meet, and this black dude named Devontae gets the first thing he does. He walks on the bus. He goes, "I know, coach." Back of the bus, and just starts walking. Like everyone fucking laughed. It was funny. It was great. And then literally later that same year, it's Halloween, and I'm staying in. It was like the premiere of Walking Dead, so I wanted to catch the very first episode or whatnot. And there's a ring at the doorbell. And mind you, this guy's like 8th grade, too old to be trick or treating. And so I open the door, and it's him and my buddy Dalton, and Devontae's just wearing like rags, and I didn't even pay attention to what Dalton was wearing. I was like, wait, why is Devontae wearing rags? And I noticed Dalton's wearing a fucking white robe. He throws a noose over Devontae's neck and pulls up a white hood, and that was their costume. Like, it was fucking funny.
Yeah, people. I don't think people are gonna buy this. It's a lot of. That's funny shit, though. That's what. That's the way to fight it. I think too is to go in, like to really step into it, and dare them to do something about it.
I tell you what, it was wild watching MSNBC talk about, like, hey, everybody thinks the political correct stuff has gone too far. And I'm sitting there like, do you guys have different MSNBC in Ohio? Like, what am I watching here?
We're not going to stare at these people anymore. That's enough.
Thank God.
Yeah, it's freaking me out.
I've been watching Blair this whole time. I was just like, God, I need that level of beard in my life. I can't do it.
We all
Maybe
do.
The secret is you being bald. Is that what it is? If I shave my head, I'm not going to risk it. Never mind. Not worth it.
El, thank you, Galpava, for becoming a member. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. I'm going to play you a clip. Leon, you are here. So what do
You
you
can
think?
hurt me again. It's okay.
Do it.
And so, yeah, my granny was the first one to turn me on.
Exactly. My granny was the first one to turn me on. Oh, Zach.
This is why I don't do live stuff super often. Because
Oh my God.
Have you not seen that one, Max?
No, I have not seen that one.
I've been saving that one up. All right.
There is more context to that, Vex. My whole context.
There is more.
No, there definitely.
I'll tell you
I don't
later.
need to hear that context. It's gross enough as it is. I don't need details.
Would it make you feel better if the context is she was only 54 at the time?
No, you sick bastard.
Proud hag maxer, bro. Proud hag maxer.
All right, let's go around, wrap this puppy up. Thank you guys. We've been going for over 2.5 hours, so I've taken up a lot of everyone's time. I appreciate everyone for watching. Brahmabus, this is becoming a rare thing. Thanks for coming back on the show.
Yeah, since we got rid of the Wednesday night show with comics, I can do it every now and then. So had a great time again, and come check out the Sunday morning bullpen on my channel.
That show's blowing up.
We're
good
doing
for you.
pretty good.
Congratulations! Like
Thank you.
You put in the work, and you have the knowledge, and it's nice to see that it's coming together.
And
Your
while
election
we
coverage
were
last night was also killing it, by the way. Your view numbers were fantastic for that.
Yeah, and we had to restart the stream in the middle of it because we had hit our 6-hour max on EVMux. So we had to tell everybody, we will be back in 3 minutes. Just let us set it up. But yeah, we pulled I think 1,000 views for each of the two streams.
That's awesome. Way to go.
And the awesome part was what happened while we were on the show tonight. Arizona got called for Trump, which made me and my co-host on Sunday, Little Chad, made our call on exactly what the Electoral College would be. So
cool.
We called 312. He got 312. We called the popular vote. He got the popular vote. We called 53 or 54 Senate seats. We've got either 53 or 54 Senate seats, and the House, we held it. So
beautiful.
Kind of nice when your predictions go right because you're using the right news sources. So, because on a political show, if you do it wrong, there's not a whole lot of reason for people to listen to you anymore because you were dead wrong. So it's going good. But yeah, thank you for the invite back.
I hope you put some of that to use on Polymarket. There was some money to be made on.
Oh yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah, I would love to have had my first super chats, cashed out so that I could go put it on that popular vote win because I think that was the one that was really going to surprise everybody. But yeah, didn't get a chance to.
And you've just recently got monetization, so congrats on that. But like, you're not you have you have great viewers for someone who just got their, like you're gonna blow up with your subs right away.
I hope so. I mean, I've been doing it 2.5 years. I only started doing the actual show in June at the the first show was the Biden debate, and we've blown up pretty good since then, since I actually kind of started putting the work into it. So who knew, right?
Well, yeah, that's what it takes though. You got to put the work in, and you have the knowledge. It's just it all fits at the right time.
Yeah, it's catching a little bit of bottled lightning, so it's going great. Exciting.
So go sub to him. His link's in the chat right now, so please go give him a sub if you haven't already. Hit the bell so you don't miss his streams. Yeah, the fantastic coverage of the election. And what's next?
Well, Saturday night we're not doing bourbon and boarding, so I won't be able to redirect Saturday night. 70s has a veterans, get together or something.
Oh, cool.
And Sunday morning we'll have the bullpen. So it's a light week for me. I've only got shows on 6 days out of the 7.
Yeah, you've put in your time as a panelist, that's for sure.
It's fun. I enjoy it.
And comics, that stuff is still huge.
Yeah, getting on comics early as a YouTuber was a big boon for me. So
it's because you're a good panelist. That's it. So
thanks.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Speaking of great panelists, Blair.
Hey.
First of all, good to see you healthy and up and about. So,
Thank you.
Yeah. What's going on with you?
You can catch me on Mondays on the Creative Blue Collars channel. We do a little late to the news show on Mondays with Roman of the Empire and Summit Outdoors. And then you can catch me on Roman of the Empire every other week. We do whatever little pop culture thing we're going to talk about. Now the Halloween's over. We're done with the monster Halloween stuff. So now I don't know what our next streams are yet, but you can catch me over there every other week.
With Roman?
Yep. Roman of the Empire.
I'll try to get those links together for you, but thanks for coming on. It was always good to have you. And so when I first invited you, the plan for tonight I wanted to have a night off. But I was so distracted by the election, I didn't get any of the work done I needed to do. So we're talking election. That's all it was going to be. But I want to try to pull some of the top 16 nights that we got from fiction. Like, you've got the game. You're going to have Jaime Lannister versus Aragorn, things like that, and have a tournament, people voting, bring it out.
Peyton IGHTS.
Huh?
What?
Night.
Leon and I were.
Oh yeah,
nice. You're like the top 16 nights, like Night of the Living Dead gotta be there, and I was like, wait a sec, Aragorn versus Jaime Lannister, huh?
Night. So yeah, it's a pun. I love puns. I'm a dad. So it said night off, and I thought that we put that, but there's a lot of work prep for that, and all I care about is the election still, and it's not even my election. So
is the Black Knight going to show up on there from Monty Python? I think he'd just wreck everyone.
It depends on what. Depends, yeah, on what he has still left stuck to him to fight with.
All right.
But yeah, so Blair, I'm going to try to get you to come back for that one too.
Yeah, great. Sounds great.
Lord and Lord.
The lady called it a night early.
He sent her to bed. He said, "Get to bed."
Yeah, politics is men's talk. Give
That's
me your mail-in ballot. I'll fill it out for you.
Where's Julia Roberts now? What's up with the White Cloaks?
Got a couple things going on actually. We got a Wheel of Time video coming out hopefully this week. Continuing to do rewatches, and then we are doing a Dungeon Crawler Carl book club. We're on book 4 now, and I know that Lady B and I have been pumping up this series for several weeks now. But I have to tell you, it is maybe the most enjoyable audiobook experience I have ever had.
Are those audiobooks narrated by Critical Drinker?
So Critical Drinker has a small part in book 3.
Okay, that's what it is. Because I've got a buddy that was really into that series, and he's like, Leon, I know you love Critical Drinker. You should listen to these audiobooks because he narrates or something like that. But I couldn't remember if it was called Dungeon Crawler Carl or not. And he brought it up last week. I was like, I think that's what my friend was talking about.
Yeah, it is tremendous. I cannot recommend it enough. And the audio guy is Jeff Hayes. And it is wild watching this dirty little Polynesian man go from the voice of a female princess cat to kind of what I imagine Conan the Barbarian sounds like. He is one of the most wildly vocally talented people I've ever seen.
What's the story like? Like, what would you compare it to?
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy meets Dante's Inferno meets Borderlands. The good games, not the movie. I hope that intrigues you and doesn't make you think this person is an idiot who doesn't know what he's talking about. That's the oddest combination of things I've ever heard. But I promise you it's excellent.
Is it a lit RPG genre? Or
it is,
I keep
but
seeing
I
it pop up.
always hate to give it that label because lit RPG to me sounds like the cringiest thing in the world. I would actually, it probably technically fits in as a lit RPG, but it is every bit as good of a fantasy series as I have ever read.
Where's the best place to follow you, Blair? Because I do have your channel here.
I'm on Twitter.
Yeah,
I have a small channel, but I don't ever post anything really. So
that's why I didn't put the link initially because I know you don't really use it. But there it is.
Twitter.
And Twitter he does use. So
Yeah.
I'll put that in here right now for you.
Catch me on Twitter.
Follow him there so you can find him wherever he's going to be. And eventually you're probably going to do your own stuff if you.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah, it takes time to get going, but yeah, definitely follow him. And we've had fun on Gray's channel too, but hopefully we got to force him to stream again.
Yes.
And
It was always fun on Friday, late night. He's in Japan, so we was always a big time difference.
And your wish was our command, Val. So you got it. We're good. Leon, you big stud.
Please call me a big fat friend of the channel. Yeah, I was going to make videos for tomorrow because I won't lie, I've been slacking on making videos just because the election has been such a up and coming thing that I haven't really cared about nerd culture. Like, I love making videos on what's going on with video games or comic books or whatnot, but it seems sort of inconsequential compared to, hey, will World War III happen or not? So I will be getting back to that ASAP. But until then, live streams have been every day, whether it be on my channel or other folks' channels. So again, thank you for bringing me on at the 11th hour. It was absolutely awesome. But what I really want to shout out is Moxie Dame, because her and I run a show together twice a month, That Crime of the Month. I'm just there to make jokes. She's the hottie with the body you want to actually watch. And yeah, we talk about true crime stories tomorrow, first of the month. So we are doing our show. It is first Thursday of the month, I should say. So we're doing our show. The Sarah Boone case, the absolute jackwagon that put her boyfriend in a suitcase and suffocated him, then thought that she could get away with defending herself in court. Very interesting case. So yeah, we're going to be covering that tomorrow. And then obviously third Thursday of the month, we will also be doing different true crime stories. So yes, go on over to Moxie Dame's channel, hit subscribe. She's the most criminally undersubbed individual in our sphere on YouTube, in my opinion. And she does a bunch of other good stuff besides the true crime show. And beyond that, my show, Neon Leon, will be on Friday night. Maybe I'll have content Friday. I truly couldn't tell you. It just depends on what's interesting. I don't like shitting stuff out for the sake of shitting stuff out. So we shall see. But thank you for bringing me on. I had a great time. And the Canadian history lesson was awesome.
I love having you on, Leon. You're awesome. And yeah, your shows with Moxie, people should not miss those. You have your background. You understand. Well, Leon is a giant criminal, so he's been running scams for years. No, but he understands how the system works, is what I'll say.
I'm both an ex-cop and an ex-criminal. I've
there
seen
you
both
go.
sides of the spectrum. So I've put people in jail, and I've also been to jail multiple times. So I get it.
I didn't want to say that for you, but there you go. It's done.
I'll say it. I don't give a
And the Sarah Boone one is like, it's wacky. She there's actual recordings of her with her boyfriend begging to be let out of the suitcase, and she's drinking. She's just getting drunk and laughing at him, and she's trolling him.
His name is Jorge, but when I was reading about it, I was calling him George, and he's all like, "I can't breathe." I'm like, "Wow, George." People named George saying, "I can't breathe." It's sort of a common recurring theme.
Yep. So definitely check out that show and follow Leon around on X as well. You bolt the word.
Yep. Bolt the word. Yep.
And Vex.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Thank
first
you for
off,
staying up late.
No, it's my pleasure. Thank you for inviting me. This was a lovely conversation. I've also Blair, it's nice to stream with you again. First of all, Lord B, I don't think I've ever streamed with you, and same with you, Brahma Bull. So it's great to meet both of you. And fuck Leon, he's whatever.
It was nice to meet you as well.
He is whatever.
Vex Electronica on everything, like genuinely everything. If you see that username, it's probably me. I'll probably have video out, if not Sunday, Monday on Clint Eastwood's last film, Juror Number 2, which was really good. I highly recommend seeing that if it's playing in one of the 50 theaters it was released in near you. Other than that, MMM on Monday, we're doing Interview with the Vampire. And
movie or show?
The movie. We don't do shows on MMM. It's called Mischief Mayhem Movie.
Oh, I didn't hear you say MMM. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking
You're
about.
good.
I'm sorry. I missed that part. So I've heard the show is good or whatnot. So that's why I was asking.
You're good, bro. You're good. And then I might have something special happening on the weekend. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens. But yes, thank you. Thank you again.
Speaking of weekend and Vex, I'm putting together another Clam Jam for the 16th. If you're free, let me know off channel. But I'm gonna
let you know right now.
Yeah.
My camera's not turning on at all.
Good. That's fine. That's fine. We don't need your camera on. On the 16th Clam Jam, if you missed the first one, well, too bad. It's members only now. So, but yeah, we're playing for the 16th, so that should be a party. And Vex will leave her camera off.
Aww.
Maybe. What's up, Canadian Spider-Man? Thanks for coming. And for me, man, I am. Oh, Friday, Nadia, we're talking about From. That show's almost winding down for the season, and it's not bad. I'm enjoying it. Again, it's not the best show in the world, but it's still it's. I'm afraid it's gonna be like Lost, and so I'm holding back on investing fully, but they could still pull it out. It's good.
Aren't you 3 seasons in though?
Yeah, because I hated season 2.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Season 1 was good for the most part, but I liked it enough, and the hook for season 3 brought me back to watch it again, and it's one of the few like mystery-ish shows to really get into at this point. So we just watched Teacup as well, but we're not going to cover that one.
Yay or nay on Teacup?
The first 2 episodes are really good.
Okay, yeah, because like Jana and Nadia were hyping it up, and then all of a sudden, I think yesterday in our chat, Jana was just like, "Well, Teacup was disappointed." I'm just like, "Oh, well, I'm not gonna get invested now."
It had a really cool premise and mystery and a good cast, and the first 2 episodes, even the first 4 were really good, and then 5, 6, and 7 were just, I don't know what they were thinking with all that, and then the finale had like a few good moments in it. So it's up to you. Like, if there's a season 2, I would maybe give it a quick look because the episodes are only 30 minutes long. So they're quick. It's a quick watch, if nothing else.
All right.
And it's compelling up until I would like 5 and 6 especially are really weak in my opinion. So watch old stuff way better. That is true. That is true. Old stuff tends to be better. There's like a sweet spot in there with like 2015, 2016, before they had time to fuck everything up after Trump got elected. So there's some great stuff in there. But yeah, I will be Saturday night, Circle of Jerks, 10 o'clock, and then week after Clam Jam. So thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. We're going to play you our standard goodnight song.
Yay!
So we need you, but I need something from you all in the chat. I need you, if you're not all on your feet, I'm going to know. So please rise and pay respect, especially in these times, to the trans people. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Respect to the trans community. And fuck you, trans folks.
Trans people are my friends. Trans folks gon' catch these hands. Trans people are my friends. So respect them for we're going in. Trans people are my friends. Trans folks gon' catch these hands. Trans people are my friends. So respect them for we're going in. Trans folks, show your fucking out. I'll knock you out. I'll knock you out. Transform, show your fucking out. I'll knock you out. You better watch out. Transmit the alarm, my friends. Transform's gonna catch these hands. Transmit the alarm, my friends.